Ready.
Always.
Do I need to shut my door because Morgan laughed too loud?
Quite possibly. Are we live?
Yes.
As Brian W. Foster would say, are we on the internet? Yes, we are. Hello, everybody.
Great reference. I applaud thee.
Welcome back to the Gloved Molotov's Adventure Through Space. This is our 70th episode. Yes, please. Hold the applause. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't
We'll be
believe
here
that.
all. It's a lot. It's honestly a lot. And now, I will apologize for our absence last week. People had brains go missing, and those people were me. So I needed some time to find where my brain was, and now I've located it.
It's okay. Life happens.
Mm-hmm.
It hits
So
us
now-
hard sometimes.
We are going to keep calm, carry on, and play a game of Stars Without Number. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll work on the keep calm part, but this playing with stars without number, I can do.
Good. When last we saw the party, what happened exactly? You found some monks, right, in the woods. You were all like, "Oh look, monks in a box. Let's bring them home and get to know them better."
But like
That's a
monkeys in a
very-
barrel?
Very out of context way of explaining that.
I know.
They're monks,
That's like
not
how to
cats.
explain your job badly.
Basically. So,
That's more cats in a box, yeah.
to be more thorough and in more detail, the party were returning home from their various shenanigans and found that a mercenary craft was blowing up in the lower atmosphere in orbit around the planet. Turns out this was done by a crew of 6 monks from Harbona trained as psychic assassins. They escaped the explosion on a shuttlecraft and were able to hide their entry into the Yakootahn atmosphere by pretending to be another piece of debris. After they crash landed in the woods, some of the party were dispatched to go and pick them up and make sure that they were safe and well. Mordeaux was able to flex his sniping skills and took out 4 of them with a flippin' pistol without any of them noticing. He's pretty good at his job, you guys.
It's scary.
He's a good hire.
Just quickly,
Oh,
Alice, look at
oh.
the chat.
Yeah.
Apparently, we need to up the volume.
That's okay. So,
Wait.
After-
Who can't be heard? The volume should be up.
Me, probably, because I'm not talking.
Or Christian, because I thought it was quiet. But
On my end, all the audio is like almost borderline yellow.
oh, really?
okay.
Yeah, let me just readjust the...
And I will keep on talking to establish a baseline to allow people to decide if it's good or not. So, after rescuing the monks from their shuttlecraft, who was pretty deeply embedded in the topsoil of a nature reserve, they brought them home. Had some rest, learned a bit more about them, and found that half of them is just 3 rowdy siblings who perhaps said a few unkind words to Mordeaux about his home planet while they were bonding over drinks and celebrating over their successful mission. After that, morning prayers were had as now 7 practitioners of the fundamentalist pagan faith from Harbona were present at one time. And Dimitri was able to fully embrace an aspect of his culture that had been lacking for some time. After prayers and a nice breakfast was shared, the party had a more in-depth conversation and were able to convince, for the time being, these monks to stick around and lend their aid to the party's efforts in infiltrating the Hanna estate. But that is not what we are concerning ourselves with right now. Right now, I'm asking, how is everybody going to spend their day?
At work?
Yes, Dr. Charles, you have made your way out of the old folks' home after the meeting had commenced. And now, I've got a question for you. How is it that you are traveling to and from work? Just on a day-to-day
subway.
basis?
Depending on if I'm going to be late or not, I either catch whatever public transport's around,
With a
Okay.
permit.
or I grab a like a taxi.
Okay. At this point, you probably are at risk of running late because the meeting went long. So you got a taxi and were able to get to work on time and are just doing work stuff.
Yep.
What's everybody else doing?
Catalina's probably also going to work.
Yes.
Building up
actually-
that identity. Also, I do believe that she was going to look into get Sparks to look into getting Lockie and anyone else who was wanting to into a guard position or like a
Okay.
security guard. Ivan is probably who she was going to
Yes.
talk to about that.
Well, you've been doing a decent job in ingratiating yourself in this workplace so far. Just roll me a. What role did we use previously to see how well you were doing at being a part of the wait staff?
Profession?
Yes, profession. Just roll me a general overall profession roll to see how well you're doing in the job and see potentially how much pull you might have in that arena at the time. Yeah.
10, I think. What am I adding to this?
You can add your charisma as you're having to use your charisma in the workplace.
Okay, it's either 10 or 11. I just need to check.
That's pretty good. I'd say you are beginning to pull your weight with this chef, the Supreme. So you're not sure how you feel about being able to say, "Hey, hi, my friends," right now, but you feel comfortable enough that you aren't at risk of being sacked and that you know what you're doing.
And she's still, if anyone talks to her in common or around her in common, English, sorry.
English?
Wrong system.
all
She
good.
pretends like she can't understand them. And
Okay, sure thing.
just speaks Farsi.
All good. So you, not long after this meeting has concluded, you also make your way off into the city for your shift and spend some more time being verbally abused by a very pompous, trumped-up chef.
Oh, don't worry. She survives her day by imagining all the ways she could kill him.
And I'm sure at some point she will. What is Mordo doing just during the day, since no one's expressly told you to do anything?
So no one's actually told me to be anywhere?
Not really, no.
I did
Alright.
suggest to the group about being guards, and Mordo could definitely...
I think we mentioned that.
yeah, it
and
was a
then
conversation we
Okay.
it
vaguely...
sort of went off. I actually think no, he would be doing that. He'd probably be in the workshop, fucking around with spring steel scraps,
Okay.
whatever's left over.
What is your objective with this tinkering, or is it just?
Making a crossbow.
Oh, okay. A crossbow is pretty low tech, and there's probably decent components lying around. Okay. What kind of skills have you got in that arena? Do you have training in tech push tech?
No, I got nothing. So he's
Okay.
probably doing a very poor job of it. But
Okay.
I mean, the thing is he would not be particularly. He's not stealing. He would just see materials in the workshop and go, "Oh, no one's using that. All right, cool."
Yeah.
And just pick it up and take it. So-
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure there's like a bin of like scrap metal. You've seen people just like toss loose components into over the weeks and have gone. All right, it seems like things aren't leaving that bin and being reused. So that's probably a safe place to start. So you're just like in there rummaging through the bin, trying to find appropriately sized things and just like roughly laying them out on a workbench and just thinking to yourself. Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
cool. What are you doing, Lucky?
Actively avoiding the space wizards
Okay.
as much
Well
as
then-
possible. There's already enough weird in the party. Now we've got some more weird. He's
Well-
kind of not keen on it.
Well, with that in mind, we can get some more information on what you're doing by me asking Dimitri, what are you doing, and does it involve the other space wizards?
The other space wizards. This makes me feel like a space wizard now. Good question. Maybe I talk to them about their fancy armor. Maybe I try and find Lockie to see if he has any opinions on whether I should get some. Maybe basketball.
Okay. Lovely. So
I like that my character is more athletic than I am.
fair enough. So you don't feel the immediate urge to like keep these monks company, and they're like I feel like they didn't have their armor on for breakfast and are probably just content to remain in the garden for a while longer and just commune with nature, unless you want to go and like talk to them about something.
I'm sure they'll want to commune with each other too.
Of course. So perhaps you shall we say that you go and find Lockie and want to have a conversation about armor?
Sure.
Okay. Lockie, so you haven't seen the monks re-enter the facility since breakfast started. You went downstairs to help him with cooking, and now he's off doing other stuff. So where would you be knowing that they're nowhere inside?
I think he's still cautious that they are around, so he is probably trying to make his way to the workshop, but like also attempting his stealth mode. So
Okay.
like checking around every corner and trying to avoid them if they're there.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh dear. It's not bad. It's a 6.
Okay, that's
A fail, but
Fine.
it's not bad.
so you are relying somewhat on your military training and are savvy enough to do the whole like hug a corner, poke around, try and just see as much as you can around you before you make a move. Unfortunately, you probably blunder around a corner and like bump into like one of the random mooks that are walking around here. So you do fail in that kind of stealth, but you are able to make it to the workshop, no problem. So I'm just gonna move some people around. Lockie's moving there. Mordo's over there too. Sparks. Where is everybody else's thingy do now? Oh, there we go.
Off to the left because I'm at work.
Yeah. Yes, and so's Catalina. So Mordo is just like messing around. Lockie, you go to the workshop. What are you doing while you're there?
Was going to see if there was any final touches that needed to be made on the exosuit.
Okay, so you are like in the rough vicinity of Mordo as he's just like humming and hawing over a potential crossbow, and then Dimitri, you find him like you find Lockie elbow deep in like a big tub of tools, trying to find something to like tighten a bolt.
I'd probably just look up and just be like, "What up, D-man?"
I was just rolling a stealth thing to see if I snuck up behind you and scared the shit out of you because you thought I was a different monk. It failed.
Okay.
What is D-man? Are you like trying to speak German to me?
German. And I don't know
D-man?
German.
Oh, never mind. It is.
No, it's a
It's
thing
French language.
among my people. We like to shorten names a lot. Like to
Oh,
shorten a
you
whole
mean
lot
like
of stuff.
Lucky? Is it
Yeah.
short for something else?
Yeah, Lachlan.
Okay. Lachlan.
So that's why I prefer Lockie.
Lachlan?
Much easier.
Duh. It is much easier. I will stick to Lucky. Question for you.
Go ahead.
The armor that my friends are wearing. Do we have something like this?
I mean, yeah, and no, but also yeah. I mean, we've got the Omnipotent, and I'm building this here beauty, And I've got my old power armor. Yeah, we got some stuff lying around, and then we've got Tarzi's assault suit as well. Yeah, we've got a
Looking
few
at them
things
and
around.
looking into their capability in combat, I'm thinking maybe I need to upgrade it from like Kinsuit.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But have you ever tried anything like that, or are you just used to the old vacuum suits?
Just vacuum. Normally, I pilot. Like, I do as little face-to-face fighting as possible, but lately, like, since Gloved Molotov, maybe I need to be more up close and personal.
That's fair. That's fair. I got an idea. And he's going to start grabbing random bits and pieces and setting up like an obstacle course in the workshop.
Okay. Yeah, sure thing.
We have the Romnipotent down. We did ask for that to request for that to be launched down just in case.
Mhm.
It's time for you to go for a bit of a walk.
Now, just
A walk?
as a point of curiosity, the Romnipotent is power armor, yes?
Yes, yeah.
And what level of training in exosuit do you have, Dimitri?
0.
Okay, then you will have a more difficult time operating power armor, as that requires a 1 in exosuit.
And that's why I'm making the obstacle course.
Okay, so you find like a variety of like boxes and crates and things that I'm just putting out. So you probably like, it's probably easier for you to like go to where it's stored, get in, walk it to Dimitri, and then get out and say, "Here you go." So he
Crash course.
he walks up with this big, bulky, heavy-set suit power armor, and then the entire like a lot of the front plates just like slide back and away, and he just steps out of it.
Also, any of the mooks around in here at the moment?
There's a few, including one that has been dubbed by, I think, somebody called this guy Nathan one time, and he's there.
I'm just gonna
he's the mechanic.
I'm gonna ask around to find out if they've got any like crowd control weaponry, like beanbag shotguns.
Okay. I will have Nathan make a luck save and see if anybody's been smart enough to like acquire one from their missions and stuff. That's a natural 20. You approach Nathan, probably not recalling his name, and ask, and he turns to you, goes, turns to his friend and says, "I told you we'd need it."
Excellent.
And his friend just goes, yeah, whatever. Help me with this. He's like, in a moment, I have to go and get my new friend the beanbag shotgun. One moment, and then he leaves, goes to a cabinet, opens it up, and pulls out like a shotgun and a magazine of beanbag rounds. Just goes, here you go.
Excellent. Thank you. Hey, Mordo!
Sorry, what?
Mordo, you got a second?
Yeah, I'll be right there. Fuck this. And I just throw the metal on the counter. What's up?
How far have you gotten on that, by the way? Like,
I'm
would it
not
look
even-
relatively like a crossbow?
It would look closer to a 3-year-old's attempt at a crossbow. Like, I can roll for it. Alice, can you roll 2d6?
I
sure.
certainly can. 4 and a 3. Also, guys, check out our new shiny dice. Oh,
Very
I'm
nice.
still working on lighting, but new dice from the Adventuring Alchemist. Aren't they
Yeah,
pretty?
much easy to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'd say the progress you've made so far is that you found 2 similar looking pieces of metal that could maybe be the body of the crossbow, and you're now just like you've probably got like a pair of pliers or tin snips and are like cutting away some of the loose sections of metal, trying to make it an easier mount. You're like, are these gonna fit together?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold up the shotgun in front of you and just be like, "You want to do some target practice?" And like nod my head over towards Dimitri trying to get into the armor.
I sort of raise an eyebrow and what?
I'm gonna run.
What, you're trying to involve me in the murder or what?
No. It's non-lethal, and it's just gonna fire around at the wall.
Oh, right.
You hear, Lockie, do you ever like bathe? Because this thing stinks.
So
Pim says he washes it out once a parsec. Is that what he said?
So, Dimitri, you have stepped into this thing, and it's not your size, strictly speaking. This has been built to accommodate a Lockie-sized physique. There is a certain amount of give, so like as you step in, you feel like a scanner go off and hear probably the voice of Pim say, "New pilot acquired, recalibrating," and like various different like arm lengths and torso dimensions do their best to like shrink down and adjust and compensate.
No, because I am not whatever 6'8" or whatever he is.
No. So you are so after some recalibration, you are probably end up wearing a mostly decently fitting suit of power armor. It's not perfect, especially because of how much aggressive customization has been done to the Omnipotent, but it's serviceable.
I mean, yeah, if you want me to take the shot, I can do that as long as you take over my work here.
Sure. What you building?
Crossbow.
Oh, that I can help with. Had a few bows and stuff back at home.
I've got no fucking clue what I'm doing.
I'm gonna look over what he's got and see if I can give him an assist while he causes Dimitri to have not so great a time.
Okay, if you two can roll me tech push check with intelligence.
Yeah, Alice again. It's
Ooh.
a flat roll because I'm -1 but +1 in am I +1 intelligence? So I don't know if I am anymore.
Oh no.
It is an 11 for me.
Oh, it
Alice, you're
doesn't matter.
muted.
7 hours.
I
can't hear you.
I think
You're muted. Alice,
her mic disabled because of how bad that roll was.
I got excited. So that dice roll is pretty heckin'. Like, it's a 7. It rolled a 1, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be bad. And then it rolled a 6. So I was like, oh, okay. So 7.
oh, it's a 7. Okay.
I reckon I'm walking around. Walking around this thing, waving my arms, and maybe trying to do Cossack dance because it's a SWAT thing. But or just slab squatting.
So while Mordo goes over to help out with Dimitri, Lockie, you go, it's a piece of cake. You walk over, like, find a blowtorch, put on a pair of goggles to shoot your eyes, and just start like a rough and dirty weld to start combining together these two bits of metal. So in the background of this like training exercise is just like noises. Okay, so Dimitri, please roll me exosuit with strength or dex.
No, I hadn't even of those.
Your choice.
I have a point in int and a point in constitution. That's it.
Then roll me dex. It's fine.
That would be 6.
Okay, you begin to move around, but are kind of staggering and stumbling. Like your feet are sliding back and forth inside, and you're having a general hard time getting a feel for the mobility.
I'm guessing I'd actually probably be overcompensating. So like I stagger a bit, so then I stagger really hard the other one, then I.
So it's like just like no, that's just like at risk of petering off.
just quickly, Chris, do you mind muting just because your background noise is a bit loud?
I was just setting up shit, but yeah, cool.
Oh, okay. If it stopped, then it's no issues.
What's up?
Lockie, like, what the fuck? How do I control this thing?
You just gotta be a bit more subtle with your movements.
Okay.
Says Lockie.
Does it take practice?
I understood the irony of what I said as I said it. There's a bit of a fine art to it, you know. It kind of works like an extra you. It's just a bit slower and clunkier than you are.
It has been like 15 years since I weighted another extra like 30 or 40 kilos.
Well, think about walking around with like someone on your back that's slowing you down, but they're actually not heavy.
Oh, that would be Catalina then. Okay, I can think of this.
Okay.
Also, I feel like the crossbow that Lockie would be making would be built more for sheer power than stealth. Which I imagine is probably what Mordo was more looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's what
Which he will
would have
find
built
out
back
when
on
he
his
fires
home
it
planet.
the first time.
Yep. So
He
good.
fires it the first time, the bolt goes through the wall and into the next wall, into the next room. He's like, maybe a little bit too hard.
I'm confident that you have like pulled one of the rounds from the railgun and are thinking about how to use that as one of the bolts.
I was legitimately about to say that.
Okay, so Mordo, you are ready with a beanbag shotgun, and Dimitri is standing at the start of a roughly put together obstacle course.
Yeah,
Yes,
this sounds like a bad idea for Dimitri.
Okay,
I'm gonna put that out there.
so I will start.
I'm
by
in
saying-
armor though. Like, I should be okay, I think.
I'll start by saying.
I mean, this counts as target shooting.
Yeah.
So,
There's a reason
Wow,
why I gave you it.
That's
yeah, just a heads up, I'm not gonna miss.
Okay, so Dimitri,
But
please roll.
Dimitri doesn't know this.
Please roll me another skill check with exosuit. Mordo, do whatever you need to do to try and hit this man.
That's going to be easy because it's a 5.
Well over 10.
Oh god.
Okay, so Dimitri, you encountered the first obstacle. It's like two barrels with like a big heavy tool chest on top of it. You're like, okay, let's try and climb over this thing. You like get a foot up and we're all like. You don't feel comfortable properly like shifting your weight from one leg to another, and as you're like mid straddle, there's just like a shot of force into your side. You don't feel anything from the actual impact because it's beanbags, but because you were in kind of a precarious position balance wise, you like peter over sideways and just land on your back and just like turtle style going, oh no, how do I get up?
I mean, the thing is that I think Mordo is probably going to take this as, no, you wanted training, so you're getting training. So he's going to keep firing.
Okay. So roll me another exosuit while you're on your back trying to recover, and you're still being shot.
And a 6.
A 6? Okay. Mordo, where do you want to have the rounds hit this time?
As he puts his hand down with double 6s, by the way, I'm going to blow his hand out from under him.
Okay, so like he's like rolled over and is like trying to do a push-up, and you just shoot him in the hand and like knock him over on his side. This is so mean.
Yeah, Mordo's just confused at this point. He's like, why am I doing this? But he's like, Lockie told me to shoot at him, so whatever, reload the
You
shotgun.
probably hear Lockie cackling like an idiot in the background.
Okay, one more roll from each of you, please.
37.
Okay, you are able to get to your feet and have
And
regained
hide
your
behind the
balance.
barrel.
Mm-hmm.
A 6 and a 4. I'm not even doing maths. Like, I don't know what my bonus is at the moment.
It's all good.
not
That is for sure gonna hit. So you roll over and like half squat walk, half scurry over to behind the barrel to be away from Ordo. You like sit and wait and think maybe he's gone. As soon as you poke up your head, just get slammed in the face by a barrage of beanbags.
Yeah,
Hey,
clutch.
Lockie, am I
Yeah?
meant to be hitting him every time?
I feel like at this point Lockie has given up on the crossbow and is like on the floor nearly in tears of laughter. And he's just gonna call out, "Aim low!"
Okay. So this continues for, I imagine, as long as Dimitri can be bothered to be shot, and as long as Mordo can bother to shoot. How long do you think that would be, guys?
11. What's my chances now?
Oh, an 11.
Oh, okay.
I'll actually have to roll for that.
Yeah, sure.
5 and a 4 is 9 plus 2 from combat, and then it's
The dex, of course.
dex for target
Yep.
shooting, so 12, so I still hit you.
Yeah,
So I make it to the end of the course, I get hit in the back and I smack into the wall. Cool.
Yes. Yeah, so you feeling weirdly spurred on by not enjoying being shot, or like, it's fine, I think I've got a handle on this. And you're able to like vault over the barrel, like command crawl under like a low thing, and you're beginning to feel a bit better about it. And as soon as you turn around to like admire your progress and go, yes, you are shot square in the back by Mordo.
Lockie's gonna go over and offer him a hand up and just be trial by fire. Best way to get some practice.
I'm not sure 100% that it was best idea, but it wasn't awful. So I give you a point for this.
You did pretty good. Gonna like smack him on the back.
No, I fall over again. Oh, maybe not. I rolled a 9.
I'm actually going to walk over to Lockie and shove the shotgun roughly into your arms and go, "Don't fucking do that. Don't walk onto the range where I'm shooting. I could have shot you."
Yeah. Trial by fire.
I just shrug and just, all right then.
Okay. We're now going to cut across to later in the day and Catalina and Dr. Charles. Now, the two of you are working probably not too far apart from each other in the city. Is it possible that the two of you have like met up for lunch or try to like carpool back to where you are? No?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Catalina
Okay.
would be
While I'm in the city, I
absolutely
don't know
keeping her
any of
distance.
them.
Yep, and Catalina will insist upon that as well.
Okay. Well, and Catalina, your shifts are probably not as long as the like 8 hours of work per day being
Sorry.
put in by Charles, but your shifts are probably a lot more intense, which is why they're shorter. So you probably traveled back to the base a few hours before Dr. Charles. So, Dr. Charles, you are done with your day of work. You feel good about the progress you've made towards your various goals, and you are walking to the bus stop. Roll me a perception check.
Oh God. It's what have I got in a plus for that? Give me a sec. I need to check my bonuses. Perception is a 0, but that's a wisdom check, yes?
Yes.
A +1. so it ends up a 9.
Okay. You are just making your way down.
Way downtown. Sorry.
I've
I've been watching too much Critical Role.
By the way, which Discord chat are we in? Are we in one?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
game.
If you mean for personal stuff, stream planning. For like
Okay.
interchat with us, or yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You got it? You got
So
it? Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Sorry to the audience, we've changed our like Discord stuff on our end, so we're a bit confused and lost little children right now.
Okay. So, Dr. Charles, you are walking to the bus stop. You've been doing this for a few weeks now. You're quite used to the regular sights and smells of everything. One thing does kind of stand out to you, though, as you see a very conspicuous individual, like sitting atop a motorcycle. Like, it's got the kickstand down and it's parked, but he is on top of this motorbike with the helmet on, and looks like a very well-built fellow. Like, he seems quite broad-shouldered and muscular. And as you're walking along, you can't help but see him, like you see him see you, and you can do that information however you wish.
Instinctively, my telekinetic armor just starts to vibrate around my skin, and I'm just sort of like, I try to make it off like a don't notice, and just keep going to get on the bus, like keep walking towards the nearest bus stop.
Okay, you make your way to,
and while doing that, I pull out my phone.
Okay, you are continuing to walk. As soon as you round a corner and are no longer in view of this individual, you hear the telltale sound of a powerful two-stroke engine ignite, and hear a low rumble as it draws closer to you. Who are you calling?
Instantly call Catalina and be like, I might have company.
Am I still at work at this time?
You would probably have returned to the base recently and seen an absolute dog's breakfast made of the workshop, because Lockie slapped together an obstacle course with random stuff.
Catalina walks in.
Mm-hmm.
Probably takes a couple of steps back. Walks back in. Looks around. Goes, what the fuck happened here? And then gets a call. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a message? Or a call?
Yeah, it'd be a message just saying, I might have company.
She'll send back a question mark, are you okay?
Not sure.
She'll send back details, or I can't help you. And she's going to go to Sparks and see if Sparks can...
I'm going to try and use my telekinesis to float my phone just over my shoulder and take a picture behind me.
Okay. Roll me stealth check using wisdom.
Ooh, probably not. With roll 20. Because I'm pretty sure my stealth is a -1, which means it's a which means it's flat, which means it's a 5.
Okay. You don't think you are the most subtle about what you're doing. Like, as you're walking along, you see a young lady kind of quickening her step as you are hovering a phone in the palm of your hand and adjusting it to take a picture. But you are able to take a picture that includes, actually no. It includes a shot of the front of the bike, but more often than not, bikes don't have front-facing license plates, so you don't get any information from that. But you do get an image of the hulking figure astride this vehicle, just creeping along, following you.
As soon as I've got the photo, I send it to Catalina.
I am
continue walking.
super sorry. I have no idea what he's just sent me a photo of because I was not paying attention. I'm really sorry. I should have been.
A hulking figure on a bike following me.
Wait, what? Okay, well, she'll just go over to Sparks. Hey, Sparks, are you free for a moment?
For you, maybe. What do you need?
Okay, I said I was sorry. Seems to be important. Doctor
Okay, show me.
Doctor seems to maybe be in trouble, and she'll show him her messages.
Okay. See it and go.
Does this mean anything to you? I've been too far off planet for the relevance to me.
He's being vague. You need to improve his communication skills. But the picture is very large man.
Can
How-
we run it through anything? Recognition of some kind?
There's not really much to go on. He is big, muscular guy wearing jacket and helmet. Can't see face. Can't see anything like tattoos, haircuts. It's not a lot to go on.
Okay, I think maybe I will... Okay, you'll hold your trained brain. Wait, that sentence came out wrong. It doesn't matter. Just wait a minute. Kalina's gonna find Ivan.
Okay.
Ivan, sorry.
While you're doing that, Dr. Charles, you have arrived at the bus stop. Are you going to board the bus?
Is the bus there?
Yes.
Yes. I will get on the bus.
Okay. You hop on the bus, and after waiting for like a minute for it to take off, all the while the vehicle is idling nearby, conspicuously rumbling. The bus takes off and begins to carry you towards home, and is followed by the motorbike. Catalina, you are able to find Ivan.
She would have also told Sparks to try and keep eyes on Charles. So, like, through cameras and whatever he can, to just keep eyes on him.
Yeah, so during that minute, Dr. Charles, you would have received a call from Sparks as well, just so that he can keep tab on you.
I guess I'll answer to Sparks.
Cool.
Ivan, can you do me a favor? Are you busy?
I was just reorganizing.
Okay, so not
wardrobe.
important. That's fine. It's more important. I think Doctor might be in trouble.
Da? What's the issue?
Can you take Dimitri and Molly with you on trip to just investigate so that can communicate mentally if need be? And
We have phones.
yes, Sparks is looking for this, but phones does not help someone if they are in trouble. That is not a person. You can disguise bus to something else and help Doctor. If
Okay.
need be. He seems to be being followed.
Okay. Who is following? Is it just one person, several, a team?
Sparks, can you send photo to Ivan?
Yep. Oh, it is big bulky man on motorcycle. Hang on a second.
Gonna say, does he go to the same gym as
I mean,
Workout buddies.
You've seen Ivan's gym. It's like right over here. So no. He sees him, thinks, and goes, "No, of course not. Just one guy. How talented is friend? Could he not just did it not be found by him? Is he meant to be all magic?" I mean, I can go and try
use
and
telekinesis to blow up one fucking ship, and then all of a sudden,
everyone
some
thinks you're
fucking
magic.
miracle worker.
He says, "If you want, I can go and assist, but yeah, sure, I will go and assist if you like." So he leaves and probably finds Dimitri like rubbing his bruises from just bouncing around the inside of the power armor, and he says, "Hey, brother, we have thing to do. Bus?
We have thing to do, boss.
I explain on the way. Come on."
Okay.
Maybe not in the suit.
Like, super confused, but okay.
It's all good. He opens the door and says, "You first."
I feel like I'm being set up for something.
I was asked to go and help Dr. Charles. Apparently, he being followed by a strange man on a bike.
Okay, let us go. Do we need Molly?
I imagine so, and perhaps we can bring some of your large friends. Excuse me, boys. Would you like to assist?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Lucky, do you want me to go?
Yeah, I think it might be a good idea.
It is
Probably
really
right.
of some kind.
Probably
All
wiser
right.
for you to go than me.
Well, should I take the shotgun or lethal rounds?
Go lethal.
All right. Hey, can I borrow your mag gun?
Which one? He's just
Spike
gonna
throw.
start pulling out different weapons.
You described the spike thrower. Thanks. I'm feeling good about shotguns today.
So,
It's the beauty of that one.
Ivan, Dimitri, and Mordo all hop in the bus and roll out. Dr. Charles, you've had like a good 5 minutes of driving around. You've heard the constant rumble of this bike following you. Are you planning on doing anything with that time?
Double check to make sure that it's the only tail I've got.
Sure, fair enough. Roll me a perception check.
That is, I believe, a 9 again.
Okay. You look around, you don't see anything else conspicuous. It's just this guy.
I maintain my armor.
Mhm.
Other than that, I won't produce a weapon until it's needed.
Sure thing. After about a few more minutes, the bus has successfully intercepted the public bus and the motorcycle. So you guys can like see through the big front window of the bus. There is I'd say a hot red motorbike, just a regular ground vehicle being ridden by a very muscular man. The picture didn't really do him justice, but from the range, he's very, very well built and is just riding along, just following this bus. And after like a few minutes of following, you see that every time the bus stops for a person to get off, he just stops behind the bus and waits and sees who's getting off, and it keeps on following.
I just thought of something that could be really mean and could fuck us up.
I mean, it could be pretty hard to follow if I shoot out one of his tires.
You won't have to. Charles sits at the back of the bus,
Sure.
looks out the back window, looks at the guy following, and just makes... Let me give you a second. Makes the motion of... And then I swipe with my telekinesis to knock the front wheel out of alignment.
Okay. Interesting. So you initiate an exchange first. So he would probably see this. So you like reach out telekinetically and go for a swipe, but I'm going to give him a chance to like not absolutely kick it on the ground with this, because he's like...
I'm not planning on making him like completely wreck the bike, but I want him to wobble and slow down.
Okay, sure. So it's more of like a gentle tap as opposed to a full like hard lock in one direction. Okay. Let's see how well he does at vehicle ground. Okay, he's gonna run off the road a little bit because I rolled 2 1s. So
not what they expected.
So you were more concerned about him than the terrain, but it just so happens that as you were doing this, there was a natural curve in the road. So as you like reach out and push, he does the whole kind of like doesn't do a minor adjustment, does a major adjustment instead, and like aggressively tries to compensate, and eventually like mounts a curb and comes to a full stop, and like kind of like a bit sideways, and he very very angrily starts to like get the bike up, kickstart it again, and wants to keep on following you. But at this point, the spy bus has also carried on by, and now these two buses are quite close to each other. But he is gonna keep on trying to follow you.
Okay, he is determined.
Yes.
At that point, I'm gonna sort of be on the phone to Sparks and be like, "So, what are we doing here?"
I don't know what you're doing here. It is angry man. You've tried to make him stop. He doesn't want to stop.
I mean, do you want me to just talk to him?
No, I will talk to him. It's fine.
Okay.
How close are we to, like, the old folks' home at the moment?
You're probably like a few minutes out from your regular stop.
So I'll wait until the regular stop and then just get off the bus like normal.
Okay, sure. So you wait a bit. Are still being tailed by this guy, and when he sees you get off, he like moves his bike up onto the curb, parks it, turns it off, and just starts like angrily striding across the pavement towards you.
At which point, I produce a weapon that's invisible and point at aim and go, "Don't take any more steps forward."
Okay. So
It literally just looks like I'm pointing my finger at him.
You go full Yu-Gi-Oh and say, "Stop, or I'll shoot you with my invisible gun."
Yes.
Finger guns.
Okay. Knowing this individual, you just pointing your finger and saying, "Don't come any closer," is not going to stop him. So you point at him. He is going to like remove his helmet as he continues to walk forwards, pulls it off, and you see an individual that you recognize from the Fall of Grace previously. This is the hulking Uranus individual.
I knew it! I knew it!
It is Baza, the
Baza
individual
man!
who Lockie fought in that like cage match in the nightclub and thrashed.
Oh, right.
So he like has taken off his helmet, is like angrily striding towards you and just says, "Where can I find Lockie?"
You really think that's the right way to go about this?
"I want a rematch. You're with him, and you've been the most active. I called in some favors. I want to know where he is so we can fight."
While pointing the gun at him, I pull out my phone. I'm just sort of like, dial up Lockie's number, and I like put my phone to my ear.
Yohoy.
Considering
Hey, apparently that dickhead that you fought in the club wants a rematch. He decided to follow me home from work like an idiot.
What was that, Chris? Sorry?
considering I have no idea who this is, but have just heard him scream about Lockie, and yet Charles isn't panicking, I'm just going to walk over to Charles and go, "One of Lockie's exes?"
Yeah, so
That changes color.
So this bus, so the bus you were on, like parked behind the motorbike. It's like you just like casually dismount this bus, walk towards Charles, and say this.
Yep.
You're quite loud, and I'm sure Bazza changes the color, like somewhere between red and purple.
He turns to you and says, "What's it to you?"
I don't know. I'm just curious.
"Well, that lucky
No.
bloke, he beat me in a fight. Oh,
He got
rematch.
pummeled by Lockie in a fight because he wasn't good enough.
what did you just say?"
I mean, like,
As he says, as he's saying what do you say? Lockie would be on the phone just going, don't push your luck here. This guy's actually dangerous and he could be a serious threat. Take it seriously.
Oh, he wants you.
Yeah, but he could expose us if we fuck around too much.
At this point, Bazza says, "Is that him on the phone?"
No, this is my other friend that goes by the name Lockie.
That's a persuasion check.
I'm
Best
openly
deception
just mocking
ever.
him
I'm
because
like
I'm at the
head in the
point of like
hands at this point. Just, you know, Star Trek.
over
face
the last
palm.
couple of days we've been through some shit and I'm in a mood.
So he will like attempt to close the distance with a hand out and be all like, "I want to talk to him."
God, he's such a creep, man.
Yeah, no.
Good job, Rory, but he's such a creep.
At which point I just go, unless he says yes, no. And if a rematch is going to happen, it'll happen where the last match happened.
I don't have time for that. If you were traveling
What,
this
what are you
direction,
talking about? You don't have time. What else?
I
do you
want to
have?
fight him now.
He's
Well,
on
that's not
drugs, man.
happening.
He's
Is
so
he
dope.
high?
He's so
Roll
high.
me perception.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is definitely.
I was going to
on
say,
drugs.
can I roll tech medical?
Yes, you can. As you have that skill.
That is a 10
Hmm.
plus 1, I believe. So 11.
Okay.
Um,
And yeah.
7, I think.
Okay. Dr. Charles, you would probably be more familiar with identifying physical symptoms. Mordo, you might be more accustomed to recognizing this from your own experience. He's on psych,
Oh.
so he is currently under the effects of a highly addictive stimulant.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that one.
Yeah,
Do I know how that's used? Is it injected or?
it's injected, and you would
I
probably
do!
know it.
It's a military drug.
Yeah, because it's used as a drug in the military, so
Hmm.
you probably have prior experience of seeing it be used on soldiers.
Look, I'll take you to Lockie, but take this first. And I chuck him a reverie.
Okay.
It'll take out your high for a bit at least. You're a little bit unstable right now, and frankly, I don't need a mess in the streets.
Okay. You like pass it to him, and he says, "What is this?"
It'll sober you up.
Roll me persuasion.
You're telling the guy that took drugs just so he could try to beat Lockie to sober up before he fights Lockie.
Yeah, but I'm good at persuasion, and I rolled well. That's a 10.
Okay.
Wait, hang on, is persuasion? Oh, that's charisma, isn't it?
Yes,
Not
charisma.
wisdom. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a 10.
Okay, I'm just wanting to double check how long this drug lasts.
15.
Damage. It doesn't say how long it lasts. Reaction speed is much slower as a consequence. Right?
No, effects last 15 minutes.
Oh,
That's when
okay.
System strained to the user and he's highly psychologically
Wait, no, not psych. I mean, Revier. Oh no, 10 minutes. Okay. It's
I don't have that one.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Reverie. Oh, shit. Lasts for 10 minutes and adds 2 system strain to the target. I
Yeah.
missed that point earlier, but 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to see if he's savvy enough to recognize this, because he like traffics in criminal elements. Who knows? I'm rolling like garbage.
I like the sound of this.
It's fine. I'm getting all the bad rolls out of the way now. But he sees it and goes, "Why?"
What do you mean, why? You've just approached us in the street requesting a fight. At the moment, you seem pretty unhinged to me. Like, come on, let's be fair, dude. I'll set you up with a fight, but at least bloody calm down at the moment.
he like passes it back to you and says, "If we were on my home planet, this would be considered very polite."
Yeah, I know. Look, if we were on my home planet, I would have put 3 rounds in you and buried your corpse already. But hey.
If we were on my home planet, you would never get out of customs.
Or is that some kind of joke? Give me the Lucky! I want to fight!
I take 2 steps back and put a pistol at head height.
Oh god,
Oh.
escalation. Oh god, this is gonna
When
turn
it-
so
the
bad.
moment he yelled at me, I'm going to take a step back and make it very clear. But I'm still just going to be talking slowly and softly and go, look, you'll get your fight. I just don't want to have to shoot you in the street and deal with all the fucking police and stuff. And then lower the gun slowly. Just chill out.
Okay.
Just
Seeing
chill out.
this, and because you did persuade him quite well, he'll say, Fine, I'll calm down. But you better make sure that I get a fight with Lucky. I'm not sure if we can do it in the club, but if we can find like a back alley or a park, I don't even care.
I call Lockie back and be like,
Is Catalina privy to any of these conversations, by the way?
You're in the room with Sparks. Dr. Charles, have you kept the lineup with Sparks, or did you hang up with him to call Lucky?
I would have put him on hold and then switched back once the call to Lockie was over.
So you've heard the gist, not like broad strokes, but you know that a very angry man wants a rematch with Lucky.
I can connect the dots. Catalina's not an idiot.
Yeah.
I will send probably a message to Charles. Or no, to Ivan.
Mhm.
We have a place for them to fight. If it comes to that, just make sure he doesn't know the way.
Okay.
It should be
Could
like,
you
you
send
know
that
the
to us
protocol.
because we're the ones that are going to be trying to convince him. to get
Actually,
into the
I'll
bus.
put him on the line. Put Bazza on the line.
Okay.
You want to speak to him?
Yeah, I want to see what his terms are.
If he breaks my phone, you're paying for it.
That'll be the second one I owe you. Got it.
I hand over the phone to
Okay.
the psychopath.
He takes it and just says, "Well, it's been a long time, eh, chum?
What's the terms?
Same as before. Just our bodies until someone can't keep moving anymore."
Sounds good.
He's such a freak.
Let's make it happen.
All right. Your place or mine?
Mine.
All right, then.
You get a message from Mordo. Can I just shoot this prick?
The response back is, this one's personal.
I mean, I figured he was your ex or something, wasn't he?
Okay, so like he'll turn to the rest of you and say, "I guess I'm going to your place. I
Yeah.
catch a ride on the bus."
Not quite. Ivan, do you have a sack in there?
I mean-
so like there's like solid tinting on the front window of the bus, and like as you boom out to him, the front tinting shimmers and becomes see-through. But like for an instant, you can see the targeting reticule of of the bus's anti-personnel lasers aimed at Batter. And Evan says, "Of course."
Go. Can I borrow it, please?
He gets out of the bus and hands it to you.
Hang on.
If you want to
Before
come
we-
with, what?
Sorry, you go first.
So if you want to come with us, you're putting this around your head, and you're being handcuffed first. Options.
Roll me persuasion.
This is the part that I suck at. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. What bonuses do I have? That is a 8.
Okay. Oh, come on, Dice. What are you doing to me? He will reluctantly consent to the sack and the handcuffs.
Hang on. Before that, we haven't spoken about the entry fee.
You can speak about that once we get to where we're
I'm
going.
not the taxi service. I'm not going around with him or volley. Hey, I know. I get your bike.
That's one way to get a bike.
That's not my bike.
All right, it's mine now then. Thanks. and I just shrug and pick it up and start turning it on. Hey, is this like stolen or something? Am I gonna have the cops on me?
It's a letter from the big guy.
So, like, is it yours to give to me?
No, it is.
Well, he's going to be really pissed off when you just agreed to this. And I started up and started driving away.
I'm just going to be like... Good help is so hard to find. As I start to put the hood over his head and handcuff his hands.
So you put the hood on, but like as you go to handcuff him, he like grabs your wrist and says, and like points vaguely to where his bike was and says, "For that, no handcuffs."
If you try anything stupid,
I don't want you.
I will blow your brains out.
With your invisible gun.
At that point, I lift up the hood of his thing, point my finger over to the side, and fire into the wall.
Okay. He's from the same planet as Lockie. He probably has the same healthy skepticism of space magic as you do. So he's like visibly shook for a moment as you do this. And like,
at which point I'm like, yes, I will actually blow your brains out with my fingers.
Okay. And like he takes the handcuffs from you and puts them on himself.
Okay. At which point I pull down the hood and lead him onto the bus.
Okay. He gets on the bus with.
Is there like a cell on the bus that doesn't allow any sort of outside vision?
Like there's like a rear section, and you could like have him keep his head down the entire time. It's fine if you're being careful enough. You can make it so that he doesn't know where you're going. So you like lead him onto the bus past Dimitri, who at this point has been on the bus the entire time.
Considering
you could have put him to sleep at the start. Dimitri?
No.
You could have got Molly to just put him to sleep.
That is not guaranteed to work on doped-up individuals.
Possibly.
Okay.
Either way, I lead him to the back of the bus.
Molly, can you see if you can put Charles to sleep? Wait, no.
In the meantime, Lucky's going to ask Catalina exactly where she plans to have this fight.
So, Catalina was thinking either the garage, because it's a large space, and if we move the vehicles and stuff out of the way, it's going to be the least amount of risk. Plus, the bus comes straight in through there, which means he doesn't have to go to any other place of the facility, and we could lock it down. So she would be getting Lockie to help her set it up and move everything out of there that wasn't necessary.
He's just going to ask, is there somewhere with less risk of collateral damage?
That the garage is basically the place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why she chose the garage. She would also run it by Ava first.
Mordeaux, being ever the opportunist, is going to call the big man.
Okay. You place a call to the big guy while you are on his motorbike. Are you here? Hello?
Hello, big guy.
Ah, yes. You? Who am I speaking with?
It's Mordeaux. I spoke
hello,
to you last
sweetie.
week. And you hear
yes.
like the rev of the bike in the background.
I speak to so many people, dear. I really should add your number to my compact. Just a moment.
No, that's fine. Look, I was just gonna say, what's his name? Your dude who wants to fight Lockie or something.
Yes, Bazza.
Yeah, look. Yeah, look. I know you like a good fight. How about you come down to our place? You know where it is, don't you?
No, he
Oh,
doesn't.
I was hoping to get a call from Bazza myself with an invitation, but this is so much better. By all means, I will gladly be present. May I bring my bookie?
Well, yeah, sure. The thing is Bazza kind of gave me your bike.
Did he now?
Yeah. Don't know what's going on with that. He seemed a little out of it, but he agreed to give me the bike in order to take him to Lockie. So, hey,
Roll me persuasion.
thanks for the bike, man. Hang on, I'm +2, aren't I? That's a 9.
That is the third 2 and a 1 I've rolled in a row. What is happening?
Obviously, you want to give Mordo your bike. That's exciting.
I need to perhaps not roll as much in that box. It's behaving strangely. Okay. He says, "Well, I'm sorry, sweetie, but that's not something that Bazza was allowed to do. I'm going to have a conversation with him myself. But if you can..."
That's fucking unfortunate. Here I just came into this really cool bike. Okay, look, I'll give it back to you, but you're giving me a deal on my next purchase, right? Discount, 10%, 20% even, minimum.
You are a very fast talker, my friend. We can have a conversation and see how well this fight goes, of course. Send me some rendezvous coordinates, and I will be along with bells on. I assume you'll have some cloak and dagger, hood on my head, darkened windows, things to go on, I'm sure.
I mean, something like that. I've got no fucking idea. It's technically not my place. I'm sort of just crashing on the couch. You know how it goes.
Of course. I have met you before.
Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, I'll patch you through to Catalina anyway, and I just add her into the call.
Yeah. Hello.
Who is this?
Sweetie! Hello, it's the big guy.
You can just hear all these like moving. She's got the phone. Oh, hey, big man, what you doing? Why are you calling me? Wait, how did you get my number? Who is
Yo,
this?
it's Mordo.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Hang on.
It's like moving things around.
What can I do for
getting-
you today? It is not, you know, it's a rare day when the big man himself calls a civilian like myself.
I'm to pay you a visit.
Yeah, Bazza and Lockie decided to have another fight. I figured the big guy's gonna want to see this shit.
I mean, I was
Okay.
aware of the fight. I don't understand where big man comes into this, but hey, I guess more is merrier. I guess I'll send someone to pick you up.
You-
I will send you coordinates to a place, and someone will
Excellent.
pick you up.
I will say, dearie, your last fight went viral on the dark web. I'm so keen to record the rematch.
My fight? Oh,
Oh,
What?
yours with like the one with your man, Lachlan, of course.
oh no, he's not. Okay. Why does everyone seem to think this? That's nice. Okay. Sure. No robots, no tracking, nothing. We will provide it for you.
I have 4 camera drones,
No, we will make something here.
but
No tech, or you
I
don't
get
come.
such good
No
quality.
tech or you don't come.
300
No tech or you don't come.
360
Nope,
degrees
nope,
recorded
nope,
with such good
nope,
quality,
no,
Catalina.
no.
What was persuasion?
The
4
very
to
determined
6.
no.
10
I mean-
plus charisma is 11. And I don't know. I think persuasion 0.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna help on this one, and I'm gonna
Fair
say,
enough.
I mean, come on, big guy. Like, you know, my job is observation. You don't think I've got a freaking camera drone?
Okay. Roll me to assist.
That's an 8.
Okay.
So
Bad.
12.
He will say begrudgingly, "Oh, fine."
Don't worry. I will get something set up for your nonsense, but we get a cut of the profits. You want in on this fight?
We can talk terms.
We talk terms and money. I guess that is okay.
You hear the
Sparks!
sound of a motorbike getting revved way too hard. Like the clutch is just getting crunched.
Morto, why does it sound like you're in a motor?
Yeah, sorry. Borrowed the big guy's bike. It's pretty cool.
I have many questions and not enough time to ask them. I will talk to you later.
Look, it wasn't exactly consensual, but whatever.
I feel like that's a pretty common theme with a lot of things. Not just you, but with us too. Okay, this is a lot. My brain hurts. I will talk to you when you get here. Make sure you take the long way.
10.
Bye. Beep. Sparks! You hear
Yeah.
as she beeps and...
Mm-hmm.
I was going to take the long way to thrash the shit out of this bike anyway. I'm just riding it.
Of course. Here he is. There's the big guy.
Rocks up and he's like, where is there a squirrel stuck in my bike?
So, Catalina will get Ava to organize one of the mooks to pick up.
No. I will go and get him.
You're on the bus on your way
Yeah, you
here.
will.
Yeah. I'm on the secret stealth bus.
Well, fine. You can do it, okay? Fine, you can do it. No. You know what? Even better. Catalina will just be like, this is your problem now. You deal with this. Ivan knows all the bells and whistles. Sparks will send you a location for pickup.
Indeed.
That's the message you get from Catalina. And you just get like... Yeah, that's it. Actually, she probably doesn't even say that you're picking up the big man. She's like, you'll figure it out. She got more important things to deal with.
So, time passes. You are able to arrive with Bazza at the garage, and he is like, he's game to make this fun and is prepared to like wait inside the bus until Lockie shows himself, but like he like takes the hood off himself once the bus has stopped and like physically breaks the chain between the two handcuffs once you've arrived, and says, I'm gonna wait for him here. All right.
You're also
Yet. Get off.
Catalina will go
Fine.
and greet Bazza.
Okay.
Apparently there is to be an audience of some kind and I have to go
I
collect
will
them,
go find Lockie.
whoever it is.
Okay. So, Lockie, where would you have gone upon knowing that he was about to arrive?
Catalina probably would have recommended the gym.
Yeah, I think he would have gone to the gym actually. So he would have spent some time helping out in the workshop.
Yeah, but as they were coming in, Catalina probably would have sent him off. Now's not the time. We need to wait for the big man.
So, Dr. Charles, you find Lockie. Are you like actively preparing physically or just relaxing?
I think he would be preparing physically. This is someone he is not too fond of.
So you are
This time
at
you don't want to leave it to chance. You just want to like kill him.
so you're at a punching bag, just going to town.
I have some prep that I would have done in before they returned.
And apparently, so too would Lockie. So, can you roll me the appropriate roll for that, Ash?
I can. That is a 9.
Okay. Please indicate to me with a ping the rough location.
Dead center.
Okay. Good to know. Noted for later. Right, and your prep, Catalina?
Yes. So Catalina will get Sparks to set up some video cameras, nods and stuff,
sure.
etc., set up for surveillance. And she's actually going to go and talk to the psychics.
Okay. You make your way up to the surface. They are probably... They've probably just begun full-on gardening. Like, you walk out and the lock to the gardening shed has been jimmied open, and the monks are, like, actively fertilizing and tending to the garden with, like, trowels and things.
Looks like you're having a good time here.
Okay, I just need to re-recall who these people are.
Kisa, Sergey, Nadia, Andre, Marcus,
Yes.
and Lazarus.
Indeed.
I have their names!
Kisa is the de facto
Leader.
team leader, so she would probably like interface with you first and say, "Duh, of course. It has been a while since we have had access to a garden, so we are." Wait, no, she's not Russian. Yes, it's
Yes,
been a
they
while
are.
since
Aren't
we.
they?
I mean,
They are,
she
aren't
she specifically is not. The rest of them are.
Right, okay.
Yeah. She says, "Yes, of course."
We have a situation, and I could probably use your help. It's not super dire, but it could become really bad.
Could you be more specific?
Well, there is going to be a fight in the garage. And, we could really use, how you say... I can speak in Russian. You understand Russian? And she'll just change it to Russian because it's easier than her English. And she'll say, we need a barrier of people, or at least we need to make a safe zone for a fight. It's going to be gnarly. Lockie fought someone previously who was from his planet and the previous reigning champion, and thoroughly thrashed him on live recording on the dark web. So, he wants a rematch. This could end very badly, and we need containment. Can you help?
She says back in Russian, "Yes, that fine. We help good plenty."
Russian isn't great.
It's not the best, but
No, but she can understand, and that's all that matters.
serviceable.
Is Catalina
Yeah.
was having a hard
Like-
time trying to say this in English.
She will change back to English and say, Lazarus, once you finish repotting those rhododendrons, we're going downstairs to provide some support." And he goes, yes, of course.
We need
like-
you to protect, so that there not be any collateral damage.
That sounds fine. Okay.
I think someone might kill me if another car gets destroyed.
Armor or no armor?
It's up to you. You can be as intimidating as you like. This person is not going to like space magic.
Let's go armor. So like they all like begin to finish up their gardening and begin to make their way downstairs and prepare to assist.
Duh.
Now, Dr. Charles,
No.
you were seeking out Lockie, and we're going to have a conversation pre-fight, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you find him just like aggressively hammering a punching bag in the gym.
I'm just gonna walk up and be like,
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
You might want to save some of that energy.
Yeah, that'll be right.
We
Yeah.
also need to go to break, was all I was going to say.
Indeed. All good.
True.
Not bad.
No, the fact is that he's doped up.
Yeah, he never was one to play fair, but then again, nor was I.
Well, if you want, I can even the odds.
He's gonna look like really slyly at you, like eyes closed halfway, just like staring at you like, is it space magic?
No, Remember the drug that was in the Renopidit?
Yeah.
Basically, I just give you a dose before the fight. That'll put you on equal terms.
I'll consider it. And
I'll
he'll
have to
hold
go
out his
some-
hand for it.
I go through my bag, pull out a dose of psych, and hand it over.
It's really addictive,
Okay.
isn't it?
So if you want
Yes.
it, it's there.
Well,
From what I can tell from his symptoms, it's the exact same thing that he's taken.
Oh, it wasn't Psych that was in the
Yeah,
Romnip,
you-
it was Tsunami.
yes, you have taken Tsunami previously, which isn't as addictive as Psych. Hang on, I'm just going to double check whether or not it's addictive.
Oh,
Tsunami.
no, it's not.
Tsunami is not addictive, but Psych is.
Yeah. You as a doctor would know that you should precaution that.
I will
you as
give
a
him
doctor-
Tsunami then.
Okay.
I would give him Tsunami, not Psych.
Yeah.
Because they have fairly the same amount of, like, the same effects. It's just that Tsunami gives you health,
Well,
gives you an extra 10 hit
I mean,
points.
Psych gives you a bonus to skill checks and a boost to morale, whereas Tsunami gives you 10 hit points and a plus to hit.
Yeah,
plus the
Tsunami's-
morale score as well. So I give him Tsunami then, the same one
Okay.
that I put in the Runipinit.
Hmm.
Because that way I know it's non-addictive, well, not as addictive. He gets the extra health and it's all hit roll bonuses.
More health, did someone say?
Yes, an extra 10 hit points and then plus 2 bonus to all hit rolls
Oh,
for 10
disgusting.
minutes, I think it is.
Lucky rolls 2.
Oh,
But
look.
it adds
It
2
is really
system
funny.
strain. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Whereas Psych only adds 1 system strain. That's the difference.
Alrighty.
Okay. We are going to come across to Dimitri picking up the big guy, and then we're going to go for a break, and we'll begin the fight after that. Okay?
All right.
Cool.
Just keep in mind that Catalina is greeting Baza as he comes off the bus.
Yes, of course. Actually,
Yeah.
we'll take care of it first because that happens first chronologically. So yeah, he walks off the bus. The bus suspension probably bounces up a non-zero amount as he dismounts, and he sees you and gives you once over and says, "I've seen you before. You weren't wearing as many clothes then, were you?"
Oh, observant, I see.
What can I say? You're hot.
And creepy. Good to know. Okay. This is how this is going to play out.
I'm listening.
Good. Glad I got your attention. Are you like Loki? Don't like space magic?
Yeah.
Good. See those people around the room?
Uh-huh.
They're space wizards. You go near them and they fry your brain. That is your ring arena. Got it?
Roll me persuasion with something like.
Can I use my
Well,
profession? Because I'm lying?
You can, I mean,
Well, you're not lying.
You're not technically lying. I'm pretty sure one of them is actually a telepath.
that was sixes. So you say this, and he looks around the room and sees them and goes, "Oh, there's so many of them."
Duh. You couldn't take them down before they fry your head. So, they are your boundary ring. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ivan behind you will be the referee.
Ivan does the whole fists behind bicep and makes his arms look bigger. It's all he goes, "Yeah, okay."
Okay. You can come into the room and you will stand in the middle here. We are waiting for the big man. Once he arrives, Lucky will come in and the game will begin. Got it?
Oh, good.
Alright. You break anything in here, your brain also gets fried. Got it?
All right, fine.
Stick to the boundaries, stick to the rules. Let's have a clean fight, duh?
You're gonna spoil all the fun, aren't you, sweetie?
Oh, don't worry. This is going to be highly entertaining, but not for you. And
Okay.
she's going to walk over to the door over here. And just
Okay.
stand there.
So at this point, Ivan gets back in the bus, takes off, and after driving around and being all like, "Hoopy-doopy-doo, I'm trying to avoid being tailed by people," he arrives at the rendezvous point with Dimitri in tow, and you see a very sharply dressed, the big guy. He's dressed less. I mean, he's dressed a bit less for a party. He's wearing like a very ostentatious purple blazer with like wide lapels and like a shiny blue shirt and like 3-inch platform boots.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you as the door opens and goes, "Booty call! I mean Dimitri!"
Ah, it is Dimitri. Get on the bus.
My pleasure, dear.
Oh, not yet, but soon.
Well, if this place we're going has beds. Oh, who am I kidding? We don't need beds.
Ah, we could do it up against the wall like last time.
So he and his like rough and gruff drug dealer / gambling associate get onto the bus with you, and basically the entire time you are riding back to this safe house, they have hoods on their heads, but you can tell based on how the big guy is holding his head, he's actively looking directly at you. He's like, just like constant, like implied eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Maybe afterwards. We might have time.
You've been around me before. I'm always keen for a.
Oh, I know. I know exactly what you want.
I'm always keen to throw down after people throw down.
No, you get strangely excited. Oh wait, it is two big men like wrestling half naked. Never mind.
Okay. And eventually you're able to make it to this secret location.
I'm guessing the windows in the bus are like blackened or
Yes,
or something like that. So
yeah, absolutely.
you can't see in, but no, sorry, can't see out.
Yeah. Essentially, yes. So when he dismounts and sees the underground location, he goes, "Oh, I like it. Very avant-garde, very quaint. Okay." He like makes eye contact across the room with Sparks. This one has Sparks has a pair of like lower tech observation drones that he flies through the sewers, and combining that with help from Mordeaux, you get like a pretty solid like orbital view of the entire fight.
So I think our like tech people here have done their best to accommodate your desires in the field of optics.
I'm sure they have. And don't worry, all the faces are going to be obscured by technology. No one is going to be held accountable by the law for this fight. It's just some good dirty fun.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we could like show Bez's face. We don't care if you get the shit kicked out. Never mind.
All right. I think with that, we are going to go for a break of about 10-15 minutes. And then we're going to come back and the fight shall occur in earnest. I'm curious to see how Lockie physically enters the room.
I think I need to make a luck save if there's inappropriate, dangerous jumps on the way back.
Oh,
Were you being like really insane with this bike?
he was being reckless.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Oh,
please,
Oh yeah, he's seeing if he can jump over the fucking like in the power generator.
then please roll me one check of vehicle ground and one luck save, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, Alice, can you roll us a luck save?
Okay.
I don't have my d20s.
Oh, that's a D20.
ve-
Sorry.
Vehicle ground is
13?
good.
Oh, you're a warrior. That should be a pass.
I think it's 14 for a pass, but I got.
What? No.
Hang on, let me check.
No, a luck save is
It's
a
like
golden plus.
11.
I got 9 on vehicle ground, and
Okay.
luck is 11. You're right, it's tech that's 14.
So, okay.
Mine takes 12,
that
but yeah.
is me, I think.
So you actually do a pretty good job because like the main vehicles used on Thorhala are ground vehicles. They don't have enough tech to use a hover vehicle. So you've probably used bikes and other motorized cars before. And
Hang on, mate.
Yeah?
Vehicle land is neg 1, so it's lower. It's 7. 8.
That's still entirely serviceable. You're able to pull a variety of sick showboaty wheelies, like
Nice.
tear ass,
Good.
like tear ass through parks and cause like concerned old people and to be all like, oh, good heavens, like.
And the most important bit, yeah, cool.
Mhm.
No, I just thought the only real reason I should roll that is whether I wreck it or not, because he's never driven a motorbike.
You're fine. You terrorize the immediate neighborhoods for like how long did you do it for before you get bored and come back?
I'd probably throw in 10 minutes. So considering the time to pick up, I'd be arriving pretty shortly after the big guy anyway.
Yeah, all good. So like, yeah. So I'd say like you pull in the side ramp like on his motorbike, like as he's finished talking with Dimitri, and like he like gives you a look over his shoulder.
It's pretty good. Where'd you get this thing?
That's a trade secret. I'll be taking that back now, please.
I mean, and I chuck him the keys, but I'm still being coy about it.
Mm-hmm.
While it wasn't his to give, it wasn't really yours to take back either.
Why not?
Because it's mine now, isn't it? I mean, it was given to me. That's sort of how that business goes usually.
No, it's my bike.
I'm laughing, by the way. I'm like literally just standing next to him.
I'm surprised no one's like elbowed him and gone, oi, Catalina has a motorcycle. Relax.
Well, no one's standing near him.
Mordo just snickers and goes, "Don't worry, I can't drive them anyway," and keeps walking.
Mm-hmm. You walk over to Sparks and begin to interface with him about the audio-visual feeds. And now we will go for a proper break and we'll come back for the confrontation.
Guys,
Yep, sorry for holding us up.
you get to witness the new intermission video.
We do!
Okay, let me just clarify. It's not all that different, but I'm excited because it is different. It's like a smidget different.
It's shiny and fresh and new.
I'm excited. It's been like 2 months, man.
Then make it so.
I shall make it so.
Make it
We'll
so.
be back.
Yeah. we are back.
Time to get your
With-
last minute votes in, guys.
Indeed, we have activated a voting functionality in chat that will allow people to vote ahead of time who they think will win in the fight. Is it possible to turn it off once the fight actually starts? And just have those votes stand?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Then please do that, and then we'll see who cast their votes correctly.
I'm just. What is the command? What? The command Alice.
Sorry.
What's the command? What? I'm so lost. What did I miss?
I'm like, it's like exclamation mark A command, and then you put in the rest of it. It'd be like exclamation mark D. Everyone loves the D. So that anytime anyone goes exclamation mark D, it just pops up that message.
Fuck yes! Holy shit! Fuck yes! Oh, I'm doing real good at this no swearing thing.
Why are you doing no swearing thing
Send me
anyway?
because I'm trying to train myself for when I have
To
to
be
go
a-
and do placement at a primary school, not to swear.
All right.
So-
Yeah.
I will say the reason we are currently accompanied by Fat Beats is because the big guy has pulled out from his pocket like a portable speaker and puts it down, sets it up, and says, "I have some beats from my personal DJ on standby for just such an occasion." And he hits play, and you hear this kind of a thing just like begin to like fill and echo throughout the garage.
I can't hear it.
It's an appropriate amount of quiet to not murder people's eardrums.
Okay.
Oh, I'm enjoying it greatly.
If the audience can hear it, great. If they can't hear it, please let me know. I will adjust it for them. It doesn't matter if I can hear it.
Bam, 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 bam. So, Baza is just angrily standing in the center of six space wizards, looking like equal parts anxious and uncomfortable, and is just like flexing his arms. Like you can see he's like tensing and untensing his fists just in anticipation. I will ask, just to get it out of the way, if any party members are planning on betting on this fight, please do so now. Just because you guys like eagerly betting on the fight partway through last time was kind of skewed in the favor of, oh yes, we see that Lockie is winning. Let's just double down.
Right. Yes. Oh, you're talking about in game, not out of game.
Yes,
Gotcha.
in game. If characters are betting on this fight with the big guy's bookie, you can do so now.
No, but Catalina, before the fight, is making negotiations with the big man about their cut
Mm-hmm.
on the revenue of the footage.
I think I'd approach Lockie first and go, "Hey, Lockie.
What's up?
On the down low, how likely are you to pound this guy's face in?"
I think it's a certainty.
A certainty.
Yeah.
How certain's a certainty? Like 90%, or like you're 100% sure?
Like, we'll be
As-
scraping him off the floor.
As they're talking,
I
you
just
watch Charles
nod.
walks over to the bookie, and he's like 60,000 credits on Lockie.
Jesus Christ. I'm making everyone else rich. I'm fucking broke over here.
Seeing
Catalina
both of that,
He is broke. That's why
I'm
she's
not at my
making
computer.
negotiations for the footage.
no, seeing I'm not on my computer at the moment, but seeing that
Mhm.
I just watched Charles put down 60k, and he doesn't seem like the type to usually gamble that much. And Lockie's like, "Oh yeah, we're scraping him off the floor. I'm going to put all my money on Lockie." I don't know what it is at the moment. I'll tell you in a tick. But it's,
I say I go up to the bookie and
it's
I
enough.
say,
Lockie's like, oh fuck, I better not lose now.
I go to the bookie and I say, I'd like to put 50k on Beza not winning.
Okay.
Not winning.
So, Dimitri, 50k.
And then I go up to
Baza.
the big guy and I whisper into his ear stuff.
Sweet nothings.
Sweet nothings like, if you give us better deal on the amount of money we get from this, perhaps I will do things for you later.
Extra
You-
service.
You feel your rear is cupped firmly as you lean in.
As I walk past seeing that, I'm just going to be like, I want the bike. And keep walking.
So, before the fight starts,
I mean, Bordeaux doesn't even like bikes. It's a principle thing.
Okay, so just curious. Charles has 60k on Lockie. Mordo has put all of his money on Lockie, and Dimitri has bet 50k just on Baza not winning. Not that Lockie will win, but just that Baza will not.
Yes, exactly.
Which is an important that is going to be interesting to play with. So yeah, so any other bets?
The odds on that have to be different, though, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Better not winning.
Yeah.
so negotiations before the fight starts.
Of course.
Our location, our cameras, our protection for the moment.
My fighter, my idea, my assistance.
No, not your idea. Was idiot's idea over here and didn't give us a choice. So I think that is actually not in your favor.
I mean, it was
Long
kind of
time-
my idiot fault as
Shut
well.
up, you! And she's just like pushes you out of the way.
I then flip my compad round and go, are these all right for the cameras? And I've got a super, super, super close up of a single pore on the big guy's face.
So it's like he leans in, and immediately the paw shifts from like his cheek to his eyeball, and he's like,
It's really cool. You say
Catalina
that,
just
and
like
jerks back.
face palms for a second, like he's a fucking moron. Anyway,
that will do very well. Thank you. So yes,
up to standard.
the bargain. Of course, I'm prepared to arrange a 10% cut for you.
Revenue, 10%.
Yes,
Make it at least 30.
my dear, that's very unreasonable. You may have this venue and all of these shiny cars, pardon me, and all that jazz, but it is my avenues of distribution that allow me to make all this money. You should be more careful. How about 15%?
25.
20.
22.
20. I'm being very generous, my dear.
She just like
I whisper.
gives a
No.
shit-eating grin. Like, okay, I'll take what I can get.
I whisper on 22.
I'll give you 22 afterwards.
No. Afterwards, I expect to get all of it. Not
No,
just
the
20%.
last two are in inches.
Ah, the first two are in feet.
Oh, fuck.
Just. Okay. Anyway,
Yes, so you shake on it. Catalina, 20%.
of revenue. So not just like
Dark
one
net
time. Yeah,
VOD
not a one-time
revenue.
payment, but a long-term income source, or at
Okay.
least short-term income source.
So,
She's very broke.
all that planning and prep is out of the way. Lockie, you are standing behind a pair of double doors. You can hear murmuring and anticipation and a fat beat coming from the garage.
Okay, we ready?
How do you wish to enter?
I mean, he's not going to be too ceremonious about it. He's just going to strike.
So, like, hi, Bezza, how you doing? Like, what are you doing here?
I will activate my Twitch lock actuators, though.
Okay.
As I'm stepping in. And I'll prep to activate the muscular hyperactivity motors as we actually get into the fight.
I am closing
Okay.
the vote. No one has any last-minute votes for the chat.
I've already voted.
I mean, I bet.
All right.
Votes.
Would you
are-
have injected yourself before coming into the room?
Yes, I think he will go for it.
Okay, please mark down the 10 temp HP and the 2 points of system strain you've taken.
No.
And then-
yes.
And then you stride on in. The doors iris open in a very sci-fi manner, and Bazza turns to you, and you can just see like one of the blood vessels in his neck just get large and throb as he like tenses up in anger, seeing you come in.
Did you have to use those words?
Yes. It's always episode 69.
Rocky. He throbs for you. The air grows moister.
As he steps in, it's the terms of engagement.
Until one of us can't move anymore.
And he'll draw out his sword and then toss it to the side.
Okay. Bazza, who normally wears like cross bandoliers of two swords, he doesn't have one at the moment. In fact, he's still wearing his like motorcycle jacket. But like as you toss aside your sword, he unzips the jacket and reveals he's shirtless underneath, and is sporting a lot of recently healed surgical scars. And has like conspicuous bulges in places. You're probably savvy enough to recognize that since you're meeting, at the very least, he's had dermal armor put in. So he's a tougher guy.
It's all right. I have body artillery.
Mm-hmm. And so he will turn to. He'll say, "All right, it's a minute preparation." He reaches up. He opens a cavity in his side, reaches in, and like applies pressure with his thumb, and you can see that like his body begins to like flex and swell as well. It seems like he has a holdout cavity and has just applied a stim from inside it.
Bit creepy.
And then as he's standing there, like you can hear like slight whirs and clickings coming from behind him, and you can see his irises go from like normal to like pinpoints, and he starts to like take a more ferocious fighting stance. He's like and then the big guy says, "Not here to stand on ceremony. Let the fight begin!" And he like dramatically changes the music.
At this, by the way, Catalina has walked over to Ivan and is keeping him company.
Of course. Okay.
I'm just spouting bullshit commentary into the feed at the moment, so just go. And it is ridiculously biased. Like, our heroic champion stands off against this disgusting feral mungerer. You know, just yeah, it's really quite biased.
Roll for initiative.
I just did, and I got an 8 with the +1 for Dex. It's a 9.
I got a 1, so you're going first.
Nice.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Headshot.
Actually, it would just be an 8, by the way. Sorry, I forgot because my Twitch lock is activated, so
Okay.
I have the -1 to the Dex.
You make the opening volley.
All right. Yeah, I think the way he'll start this off is just same as last time. Just charge in and haymaker to the face.
Okay. Make an
Go
attack
for the
roll.
head straight off the bat.
His armor class is 4, but you have an additional +2 to hit.
Yep. That is.
So until I say otherwise, just assume that his armor class is 6.
That is a 20, so it is just a hit.
Okay, that is for sure going to hit. So how have you configured your body artillery to be hitting him?
So the body arsenal array, basically, I have the inbuilt weapons and everything.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
It's kind of just like hardened, I guess, dermal armor for the fist, so that I can punch with extreme force.
Yep.
Behind it.
Okay. Roll me some damage.
Alrighty. I've got to remember what that is. What is the unarmed damage roll again?
D2.
Oh, that's right.
Unless you've got
D2.
some form of
2 more minutes.
Well,
weapon, then puts it up to like a D4.
No, so it'll just be a D2.
I mean, aren't you wearing kinesis wraps as well, perhaps?
Yeah, so that's a D2 plus my strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that. Guess I'll do just D6 and do 1, 2, and 3.
Let me know if you want me to roll anything on cam.
So that is 5 damage.
Okay.
But sorry, it's actually +2 on top of that because of my hyperactivity motors.
Okay.
But I get an extra point of
Brilliant
system
opening
strain.
haymaker. Did you hear that crunch? He looks a bit prettier now.
But yeah, that was an extra point of system strain for it to be on.
Okay. You hit him square in the face, but weirdly enough, his body doesn't react physically nearly as much as you would expect from the hit. Like he reels back a bit, but doesn't really lose his footing, and is basically just gonna punch you right back. But like as he does so. So what does it look like when your muscular hyperactivity motors activate?
I feel like it would be like, when someone over flexes the muscles, so it kind of hulks out a bit. And yeah, probably the veins show up a little bit more.
Okay. As soon as you're done hitting him, you see something very similar happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
As his muscles also begin to swell and he hulks out, and he like brings up his fists and like emerging from his knuckles, it is like what you assume is like the first 3 inches of a monoblade to just like slide out, and he goes for a punch as well.
I got it.
What is your armor class at present, sir?
I would be in my combat armor, I assume. So
Okay.
before, yeah.
That is only a 3, so it's 3 plus 4. Oh wow. Okay. Wait. I should have done this
2
math
high
in a
platform swings wide.
So it's wait. 8 for that. So I should have done this math before.
It's complex, isn't it? It's a lot of maths.
Yes.
It's a lot of additions for a fighter.
I should have just bit the bullet, used a regalia, and given you holistic optimization patterning.
That sounds fun.
It's like tsunami times 2.
Oh.
But it's space magic.
I'm currently watching Cheese Grill, so if you need me, just yell out. I have my headset on, but I am not present.
I rolled a 3 and he misses you by 1.
Yeah, I was going to say he should be just off.
Yeah.
If he's got similar mods to me, he should be just off.
He does. Yeah. So he goes to punch at you. I'd say that you rear back, like startled by his speed, and you feel like a very thin, shallow cut across your cheek that begins to bleed ever so slightly. No damage, but he was like so close to hitting you, and he starts to move around a bit, and it's all like, come on, and it's just like really hyped up. So yes, please, your volley.
Okay. I think I'm gonna wait for him to go for a swing, and then kind of twist around behind him and just like elbow him in the back of the head.
Okay.
Try and make it a bit more interesting.
So his punch comes in. He leans forward, and then as you do so, you sidestep and go and like try and slam him.
Yep.
Yep. Attack roll, please.
Ooh, that is a 19 on the dice, so I think I hit.
Definitely gonna hit. Roll me some damage.
Right. Oh, and that is full damage again, so that is 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, he is past his tsunami buffer and is into real health.
Ooh.
Okay, so
I
you
mean, he's like, oh, did he take tsunami and psych?
yes,
He's on all of the drugs.
you elbow him in the back of the head. He reels around, and very angrily the blades slide out an additional 3 inches. He goes, "Ah!" and just like goes to like punch you clean in the side.
Ooh. You
Fucking
little shit.
Wolverine here.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, that will hit.
That no bonuses, but interestingly, something happens when he makes contact. You expect to be stabbed and take some damage, but as you're standing there, you look down as he makes contact, and you can see that like this point here on his wrist actually physically detaches from the rest of his body as you see what looks to be a large pneumatic actuator is built into his arm and launches his fist out like half a meter and like adds a massive biff of force into you and like forces you to double over. I'm just gonna get my second D8 here.
Ooh.
That is going to be. You'll be taking 11 points of damage.
Okay, that is my bonus hit points gone, and 1.
And then he reels back and is prepared to fight some more. You can see as he's standing there, his fist is still kind of like out, as though it's been fired but hasn't been reset yet.
Okay.
Your turn.
Tear it off.
I assume we've been moving around the arena a little bit while we're
kind of
fighting.
like bobbing around in that. Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of maneuver my way around to get to my monoblade, seeing as he's decided to take up weapons. It's only fair that the fight goes both ways.
Well, he said just use our bodies, knowing full well that his body contained monoblades.
Well, so does mine. So, I guess, yeah, I'll go for the holdout array then, and yeah, I will slide out my single monoblade. I've only got the 1.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Alright. That is a 23 to hit.
That's a good hit. Show me some damage.
Alrighty. And this one is with a monoblade. Oh, thank you. That is a 10 for damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was a rather low roll, actually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with all the bonuses, yeah, that was a low roll.
So you slide it out and slash it, clean it across his chest. Blood begins to pour out, and you like partially see the sections of his his pecs that have the dermal armor built in that just aren't bleeding as you slide across. And he says, "All right, that's fair," and just goes to physically jump and land on you and sink both of his fist blades into your chest.
That'd be really awkward with one of them like sticking out like 3 feet.
Well, here's the thing. As he like jumps and punches, he uses the force of his punch to like reset it back in its place. So like after he hits, and he does hit, he after a tussle, he like rolls off you, and both his fists are back where they're meant to be. So he deals you 8 points of damage from that jumping leap stab. So like, I feel better this time. You're going down.
I feel like that could be a complete to make him slip over, but it might be a bit obvious.
Potentially.
I mean, I'm controlling a camera drone that can just accidentally park in front of our observer's point of view.
As I go for my next swing at him, so he's just rolled off to the side for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll and kind of jump up and kind of bring the monoblade down over the top of him, like onto him.
Okay.
And just go. The deal was till one of us can't breathe, right?
I said can't move. Breathing's more fun.
Oh, I misheard. That's a 28 to hit.
Okay, so you like do a jumping slash. He like goes like you see the blade slide further out of his knuckle as though he was going to parry, but you're too quick and just land a cut into his forearm.
Oh, that's much better. That is 13.
13 damage. Okay. I should probably do a quick and dirty tally.
His armor makes this weird clanking sound as it lands.
Okay. So far, he's taking that much damage. He's still kicking. So like you like cut into him, and as you pull your sword free, he goes for like a mad flurry. He goes for like a left uppercut, but it's a feint, and then tries to bring his fist back into your chest for another punch. That is for sure going to hit, and you feel another horrendous impact as his fist bounces out a second time and deals like a massive impact to your chest. Oof. Okay, that is 16 points of damage.
Or does it hit?
Oh, cheeky, what's it?
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay.
I'm a cheeky warrior.
So you dodge the uppercut, but you've seen his choice before, and as he goes in for this gut shot again, you like bring your sword down and like with the flat of the blade just parry his fist out of the way, and it fires off. Actually, you know what? The way I designed it is that it impacts and then fires. So he goes for the punch, but you just knock his fist aside, and he's like, "You can play that game."
I'm a little scared, not gonna lie.
Your turn.
All right.
This is intense.
Seeing how it kind of connects and detaches, I'm going to try and go for a strike on that arm.
Okay.
Like, basically going to keep focusing on hitting it as much as possible to see if I
Okay.
can do some damage to it.
Okay. You have landed one cut on it already.
That is a 17 on the die, so that's a hit.
Of course. It's very, very difficult for either of us to
say it's very hard.
You're gonna roll a 3.
Yeah,
miss.
pretty much.
Yes, me
Like
too.
that's ridiculous.
Oh, that is full damage of 15.
Or is it?
Ah, nice.
He's gonna use his one use of veteran's luck, and seeing you like going for his arm this time, his attempted parry is gonna be successful, and he will slide his blade out fully to be like out 2 feet, and will just like parry your sword away, and then as soon as you parry, he's going to try and come in for a punch with the other fist to your side while you're like extended and vulnerable.
Did he steal my
I feel like
idea?
you've just gone. You've activated my trap card.
Mm-hmm.
Did he steal my implant?
No,
Like the design?
I mean he has a similar kind of thing. Yes.
Rude.
That is a what did I just do? That is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
To you. And he like pulls back this other bladed fist and shakes off some of your blood. He seems to be actively just working the like middle to lower abdomen region as much as he can with you. And like he like brings the blade up and like licks the blood off it just a little bit and is like, I can't wait.
You got something wrong with you, buddy.
He's so high right now.
We'll fix that. And yeah, gonna go for that arm again.
Okay, go for it.
He's gonna get low, low, low,
Uh.
low, low, low.
That's a 27 to hit.
It's gonna hit. Show you some damage.
And that is 12 damage.
Oh my god.
We are both
Okay.
trading very heavy blows.
Mm-hmm. He's not looking too hot, and his arm is showing some definite signs of wear and tear. He's gonna like stagger back, see that his arm doesn't have much left in terms of performance, and is just gonna go, screw this and screw you. And it's just gonna try and like punch you square in the face with this fist.
Oh, lovely.
That's gonna hit. Of course, it's gonna hit. Oh, but super low roll on the damage.
So-
Oh.
On a small
That is
side
only
note,
8.
8.
on a small side note, Ash and I realized the other day that his character looks kind of like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
That's the face he's punching.
Did you punch that face, Rory?
Punch and
Would you?
Thor.
So you are able to kind of like brace for the impact,
Mhm.
but there's now like a cut roughly here from where the blade stabbed in, and
Yep.
and this entire part of your face is just throbbing from the impact of this pneumatic fist extending and applying this additional force.
Hmm. Yeah, Lockie's not looking too good at the moment.
Mm.
He's going to return the favor and go for the throat.
Okay.
Can I do an insight check to like see how well Baz is doing? I don't know what the equivalent of an insight check is, by the way, in this system.
It's basically just perception again.
but-
I was gonna say, can I do tech medical?
Indeed.
just to see how he's really doing, like under all
Yeah.
the drugs and all the everything. Like, is he actually looking okay?
That's a 12.
That is cocked.
Jesus.
I got a 5 and a 6 on the die, and I get a
Nice.
+1.
What am I adding to this? Wisdom?
Yes, wisdom.
Oh, if it's adding, am I adding wisdom as well?
9.
Yours would be intelligence or wisdom, your choice.
Then it's a 13.
Okay.
Mine's a 9.
It's very apparent to you, Dr. Charles, that Bazza's not got much left in him. He's taken some pretty solid blows, has lost a good amount of blood on the floor, and doesn't look well. It seems like he wanted this to shake out differently. Oh no, I forgot to add that damage.
Uh-oh.
I'll add it to his next hit altogether. It's fine.
Retroactive damage. I don't know. Seems a bit dodgy.
I mean, if you want to take 5 additional points of damage right now, Lucky,
I can
because
take it.
I forgot to add it.
All right. I am on 2 hit points.
Oh!
What? Okay,
I was gonna say, what's Lockie looking like?
worse apparently. He looks worse than the Bazza does right now.
Because I was probably going to be a bit sneaky.
Oh.
Sneaky heels.
I mean, give me a heads up if you are. I think Mordo would have told you that before the fight.
Yeah. I basically bump you as I walk by, pressing my wrist.
Yeah. So all of the drones just pass by in unfortunately exactly the right position to block the big guy and his bookie's line of eyesight.
Okay.
So it's basically like midway between Charles's hands and wherever the big guy is.
I mean, Charles, your healing normally requires physical contact, yes?
Yes, but if I take a dose of regalia, I can take remote repair.
You can indeed.
So I take a dose of regalia,
Mm-hmm.
So
and
You feel so good!
with my perception check of 9, how am I feeling
Yep.
about this fight?
You feel like it could go either way at this point. They both look rough. They both appear to be on the ropes. It could go down to the wire.
it's 2d6 plus 6
On that,
because
Okay.
it's level 3, and I rolled a 4.
I'm gonna take it. I need to roll a stealth check to disguise Charles for him by
Yes, you
blocking
do.
line of sight with the drone, which
Absolutely,
is a bit
yes.
weird, but yeah.
And I'll have the big guy and his bookie both roll perception checks to try and see past what you're doing.
so on that last hit, Catalina
Oh,
like
it's good.
instinctively reached out and grabbed Ivan's arm.
Hmm.
Like, ugh.
What you get, Chris?
I got a 10. So
Okay.
that's good. Oh, hang on. Yeah, 10. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm like, hang on. Stealth is dex, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 10.
Okay, good to know. And so Kathleen is panicking a bit. Dr. Charles, you are able to reach out and heal. Please roll me healing for the ability.
Can I roll a perception to
That is
see
a 4, 6, and 6. So
Holy shit.
14.
14, no, 16. 6, 6, 12, 4, 16.
Yeah, 16. Wow, brain is not my friend today. Yeah. Okay, Lucky, you get 16 hit points back.
You're
Jesus.
forgiven, Rory. You're doing a lot of maps, and you were up very early this morning.
Yeah.
I was!
That's a nice amount of hit points. Mwah.
And I'm going to say, Catalina, you know Dr. Charles enough by now to recognize his telltale powers. To see, like, you see, like, the cut on Lockie's forehead and the various
The
puncture
thing
wounds
is,
to his
where I'm
abdomen.
healing, I'd make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
it's not as visible.
Okay,
He's
So-
internally healing, not externally healing.
Yeah.
okay. So then...
He's bleeding less, but he's still bleeding.
Yes. So if that's the case, Catalina, you would need to roll perception to see whether any healing has been done, because it's being done subtly.
I
And,
do
and,
like my blood being on the inside. It is nice.
and
Yes.
to that end, Dr. Charles, can you also roll me a biopsionics with dexterity, just to see how well you can aim your ability to obscure the healing?
Catalina doesn't notice because she rolled a 6, so she's just still gripping Ivan's arm really tight.
Mm.
It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
She has not noticed that she's gripping his arm very tightly.
That's 6, 3, plus 3.
Okay. Lucky, you've just finished this volley with Bazza. You're feeling very rough, and all of a sudden, your insides kind of begin to feel like warm and tingle, and several key organs that you feel like aren't where they should be in terms of health kind of like reinflate themselves and feel a lot better. You're like,
Couple of ribs that were broken no longer
Mm-hmm.
hurt.
Can I make a tactics roll to try and maneuver around this fight to position him into that place?
you may. And I'm going to assume that you have been doing so this entire fight because I know
Yeah.
you.
That is a 10.
Okay. I'm gonna have him make an opposed roll just to see how easily you were able to like herd him in this direction. You weren't.
Oh,
I rolled double sixes.
nice.
So he was very single-minded in his volley and assault. So as much as you were trying to like tactically sidestep and direct his location, he was always just on you and doing whatever he wanted.
All right, I'm gonna move around to position him between me and that spot, and
Sure.
go for another throat stab.
Go for it.
That's a hit.
Of course.
Ooh,
Seems like
that
the only one that
is
misses when we get into a fight is
that is 12 damage.
Okay.
Damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to kick him as I put it through his throat, kick him back into that position.
Okay.
is Sparta.
And as he drops to his knees, I'm just going to pull out the remote and press the detonator.
Catalina, I'm
What
seeing
the-
this. No!
So just to set the scene, you like have your blade out. He's like reeling. He's not looking good, but he's super good for a fight. You reach out, slash cleanly across his throat, and as he's like, as blood is issuing from this wound, he's like going, and blood is just pouring out. You lean back, Sparta kick him back. He falls backwards about 3 meters, going out of a tea kettle and just landing with his back on the ground, just like struggling to retract his blades into his knuckles so that he can more easily try and stop the bleeding in some futile attempt to not die. And you just like pull out a detonator, turn your back, and go, boop, and a massive column of fire just erupts from the floor, absolutely incinerating him. I need to reread what demo does.
Catalina's
Everything
gonna
within
beat your ass later.
everything.
I may owe
within-
you a new floor.
Yeah.
And so-
Everything within 4
ceiling.
meters in the direction that it's directed is disintegrated. Everything within 2 meters in any direction is also disintegrated. So there's a crater there, effectively.
Okay, and you were aiming it up. What's
Yes.
the radius up? Because you never asked how high the ceiling was in here.
It's
No, I
quite
didn't.
high.
I would say being the
the-
garage, it's
it's-
at least just
It's
like-
4 meters is instant vaporization, and then up to 40 meters takes up to 3d10.
It's not 40 meters tall, this
I know
garage.
that, but
It's
I mean,
not.
like,
Roll it. Ash,
although
roll.
it
Yeah.
won't do damage to proper reinforced walls or anything like that, unless it's the initial
Environment
blast
is
area.
Fill the air with hot
so.
molten
That's a good
gas.
point.
I would
And
say
This
So
would
the,
be
the
reinforced.
ground
down here.
would be absolutely vaporized, but the ceiling might survive. Well, should survive it.
Yeah, to have an area this large without interior columns, it would have to be quite heavily reinforced. So I'd say, by that logic, it's fine. There would be a scorch mark and probably, I'm going to say like a few of the light bulbs and light fittings on the ceiling would like fall down and shatter around this explosion after it goes off. And there is for sure a crater in the ground.
did the cars get protected? Because that was their job.
And can you roll me a luck save for the drone?
I mean,
I can do that.
the drone was last like over here-ish, right? To like
That's well-
obscure
I mean-
the view of the big guy.
Where is Oh, okay, yeah.
He's-
In that
yeah,
case, it would have been.
he's-
It would have been
Yeah,
between. Between where.
I believe you saved anyway.
Yeah, I don't know where. Can't
Yeah.
even think of his name. Charles is. Between Charles and the big guy, because that's who I was obscuring. So.
Okay. Charles isn't even in the room in terms of tokens. Okay, so Charles, where were you in this configuration? Were you more over by the big guy or by Sparks and that?
I'd probably be near where Mordeaux was.
Yep, so over there.
Okay, yeah, cool. In that case, it's fine.
All good. So
Yeah, I rolled a 12 for you, and your thing is 11, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Safe.
the drones are spared, and I will bring the music down to a gradual, not so angry duff beat as the big guy just looks on in awe. They play the sick beats again. Hang on. No.
At this point, I'm just sort of going to look at the field, sort of like stick my finger in my ear and just sort of try and get the ringing to stop. And then just sort of look and be like, sorry, I can't fix that.
Lockie's gonna look over to Sparks like before collapsing to his knees because he's pretty exhausted. Obviously deactivating all my modifications and just look at Sparks and just go, I'll pay for that, and then just kind of collapse to the ground.
At which point I rush over to check on him.
Catalina's gonna wait for Ivan to call the match.
Yeah, good point.
You have to wait for Ivan to call the match.
So
Ivan, sorry.
Yeah, so Sparks and Ivan are just standing there like mouths agape. Kind of like
Catalina will elbow him if he doesn't do it quick enough.
Well, that escalated quickly, they are both thinking.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, hey, this will be great pay-per-view.
And as you like elbow, Ivan goes, and I'm not gonna count to 10. The winner is Lockie. Obviously, he's meat paste.
Catalina just runs over to Lockie's side.
And so too does Charles, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, if anyone ever says that it escalated quickly, they haven't seen a fight on Uranus before.
I checked my eyebrows are still on my face.
Reach up, you're like, oh,
They are no longer attached. They are attached to the ceiling.
The big guy just like sees this, and he also begins to advance into the arena and says, Lachlan, whatever your middle name is, Cooper? Yes?
Lucky.
You owe me a champion. Did you see all that stuff I put in him? He was very expensive.
Fair, but you heard him to the last breath. Back on Uranus, this is how the fights go.
Prolific are high-yield explosives on your home planet. I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't ask. You owe me 5 fights in my club. Got it?
I could do that.
I am making back the money I invested in him and then some. You are impressive. And I want my money back. My bookie is going to be going gross.
Catalina is going to go and grab him and say, not now, later.
Fine. Sparks, give me that recording. And he just like storms off to Sparks.
I mean, I'm talking to Sparks at the moment, probably putting the recording together and go,
yeah.
You deal with the irate guy. I'm going to get my money, so I'm going to move on and go to the bookie.
As he's walking away, I'm just going to call out to him as well. He was dead before the explosion.
But,
Dead bodies can still be salvaged for their cyberware, you dick.
At that point, I whisper in his ear, I'm like, yes, but that I could have fixed.
Catalina is helping Charles look over Lockie.
So I get the bioscanner out, double check him, make sure that he's not like too strained already, and I'm like, do you mind if I use some space magic?
Oh no, if you strain me, I'm dead. I am on 1 strain away from the next strain.
No, it just means the healing does nothing.
Yeah.
No, it'll do 1. I can do 1 heal, I couldn't do another.
Yeah, I'm on 15 of 16.
Okay, I'm going to heal you.
Okay.
So.
And Catalina will help you get up after.
Also, as you whisper, you could have fixed that. I'm going to point at the hole in the floor and go, and that's why I prepared that. I didn't want him fixed.
Fair.
I'm gonna
lay
bring
back
the
for a
other-
moment, will you? At which point I put my hand on the top of his forehead, and you get 14 hit points worth of damage. Healed.
Okay.
The joys of level 3.
You are God, Dr. Charles. You're standing over him, hair buzzing with electricity slightly as you run this primal essence into him. You can do anything right now. Literally anything. You just healed him. You are on cloud 9. Anyone has like back spasm, ulcer, anything? Just bring it on. You're so pumped to hear.
I feel like at this
right
point he would look at Catalina and be like, "Yeah, I can even heal you," because she's fucked
Probably.
up,
I'd be
right?
like, "Do you want me to fix you? I can do it."
I feel like he does it before she even has a chance to object. Like,
It
it's
just
just instant painkiller.
I feel like Locke is just gonna be like, I'll be down here and just kind of pass out on the floor.
No, Catalina will wait. Like, she was trying to help you up and take you to the infirmary.
At that point, I'd just be like, stand back, and I lift him up with telekinesis, and I'm like, infirmary time! Whee! Zip him out of the room.
Don't you smack my head into a wall?
I'm God, remember?
Yes, exactly. You could be forgetful.
No, Catalina will not go with them. She will actually trust, kind of, Dr. Charles.
Thinking to myself like,
She wants to mitigate this situation as much as
the
possible.
brain.
So, you go.
Once I've got Lucky settled on a bed and asleep, attached to a bioscanner so I can keep track of him, I'm going to walk back into the room to go collect my winnings from the bookie.
I love
Yes,
that. I
good
love that
point.
this is still a thing. Just put
This
it out
bookie's
there.
going to hate me.
I haven't had the heart to make his body go away.
No, you know what? I love it. It's like a memento. It's great. Leave it.
Yeah.
It's
So
so good.
Mordo went and spoke to the bookie first. Have you checked exactly how much money you had to?
Yeah, 54,750.
Okay. Basically, everybody who placed money on either Lockie winning or Bazza losing, double the amount that you placed on the bet.
Catalina
cool.
should have bet.
Yeah, so how much did you buy that bike for anyway?
Up for sale?
I have lost enough money today
I mean, I
on
can
my
get,
endeavors.
yeah, but I mean that's kind of your fault too. I mean, let's be fair here. Look, I'm happy to buy the bike off you at this point.
You try and reason with that meat pile. Weeks after weeks of, I could have beaten him if I had cyberware like you did, blah, 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 big, strong Australian accent. I had to do something. He was insufferable, moping around my club for weeks.
At that,
What
I'm
did you
actually,
expect?
at that, I'm actually going to just slowly slow down and be less irritating and actually try and be a bit more persuasive and just go, I mean, to be fair, you trained him up, drugged him up, made him into this hyper killing beast. What did you expect would happen when you let him loose?
I hoped he would survive for more than one fight. This was his debut bout. I didn't
I
get to
mean-
sell drinks.
Let's be honest, it was a matter of time before he got into a fight he couldn't win. Not in a one-on-one matchup, but against a gang that would have ripped him apart.
I keep him safe. He's meant to just be used for fights in clubs. This was a big loss leader for me, all right?
Stretch
Yeah.
it out into like several bouts, but like cut the footage.
Hey, anyway, how much do snuff films go for on the dark web?
Not as much as you might like think. Not that I know anything about this.
Look, it's got to be more than the cyberware he's wearing anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, you actually probably made a fair bit of money if you look at the costs that you paid.
It was expensive. You've gotten a lot of money out of me and my organization. I wish to obtain what is owed to me and leave. And he just strides across the room and like takes takes Dimitri by the hand and begins to try and lead you inside the bus.
Inside the bus. I was gonna say, there's nowhere else he can go.
As he tries to walk off, I'm gonna walk up and just be like, as a doctor, next time, leave the psych out of it.
That wasn't my fault. My bookie has a certain proclivity for pushing goods on anyone who listened to him. He just kept saying, it'll make you so angry, so keen, so thirsty for blood. He wanted any advantage he could get.
Yes.
I had no say in that.
But psych is stupid. It
I
turns
know.
you stupid, which is
So
why he
is my-
came looking for me, which is why he ended up in this fight. Next time, make sure your fighters aren't on psych. And they might just live.
I will see what I can do about that. But
You
psych
might
is
want to have a talk to your bookie.
Meanwhile, if you're calling the bookie over, I'm already standing there harassing him for drugs.
He's
You need to harass him. He's kind of willing.
like he's prepared to deal with you because he's just handed over like
A lot of money. A lot of
Like-
money.
over 160,000 credits to you idiots.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, please, anything to get some money back from this. What drugs do you want?
Weed.
Yeah, for sure.
Just shitloads. Like $5,000 worth. Which I imagine is some of the finest hydroponic shit that you can buy in the space future.
He will like pull open his like his like heavy leather jacket, and he'll like unzip several panels, and like he has like pressed flat sheets in big sealed bundles, like wedged into the interior of his coat. Just like opens them up and then just like hands you like 5 fine sheets of weed and says, "Good."
Yeah. You know what? Throw another one in.
Sure. 6 grand, please.
Yeah, no issues.
It's just like the coat of many pockets makes it to the fucking space-averse.
Yep. Except it's the
It's
code
the
of
code of many
any-
drugs.
it's the code of any drugs.
At that point, I walk over and be like, what else you got?
I have this life bolt.
What did I give this guy? I gave him. Oh, his name's Carl, by the way.
Carl?
Carl.
Oh,
Carl.
Darius stole the
That
fucking
kills
regalia.
people.
He did steal the regalia from Carl.
Carl, you can't eat that.
Equipment. So Carl has your like garden variety, like present day
Boring
drugs, like your marijuanas and your cocaines and your crystal meths and all that nonsense. But he does also have some stims as well. I'd say the one drug that would jump out at you that you don't have access to would be Squeal.
The fuck is
Definitely
squeal?
Squeal is, the text says, this truth serum is unreliable but still one of the best available options for field interrogations. The subject must be immobilized or willing to be affected by it. For 5 minutes afterwards, they will be unable to avoid answering questions about facts known to them. They will be unable to exercise anything resembling a hypothesis or a judgment, but they will answer specific questions about facts known to them truthfully. Unwilling victims can attempt a physical effect save, or on a success, they can simply refuse to speak on a topic. Targets pass out for 1d6 hours after the drug wears off and are immune to it for a week thereafter. And
mean,
he
that's-
being
Is it an addictive drug?
No.
Nope. it's
That's-
How hard is it to get a hold of?
it's definitely very illegal, which is why this guy has it.
Yeah, but like, I feel like Catalina would have had experience using it to prevent the use of it. Does that make sense? Because you can't be affected
Yeah.
again by it.
Yeah,
like-
you get immunity to it. That's
Yeah.
what I was about to say.
I feel like she's
Just
had experience
Taking
with
it ourselves is useful.
Yeah.
Potentially. So like he will like as you're like admiring that one, if you are at all.
In like
He'll say
worst case
I will
scenarios.
probably grab whatever tsunami he's got.
he probably has 2 vials of that just on him right now.
I will take those
Okay.
to replace the one that I used.
Okay.
Well, worth the investment. And I'll take whatever doses of squeal he's got.
Okay. He also has 2 squeal doses. Bear in mind, everything you're buying from him is at a 10 times markup to the market price in the book.
10 times.
He's very unhappy with you all right now. So he's gonna deal with you, but he's getting his money's worth. Also, it's all super illegal, so he's gonna have a markup. So
Especially on
expect
this
a
planet.
markup.
Yeah.
10 times is ridiculous.
Catalina is going to talk to Sparks.
okay.
So what's the cost on those stims?
Squeal is 300, so
yes,
3,000.
each, and then if you're buying tsunami, each of those is 50. So the two would be an additional 1,000.
I'll take one of the squeal and both the tsunami, so 4,000.
Okay. Catalina, with the fat beats still playing in this garage, regardless of this like somber mood of the massive crater in the floor, you approach Sparks.
I mean, we don't give a shit. There's no somber mood for us. We don't give a shit about Bazza.
No, I'm stoked.
Good riddance to the creep, man.
Like, Mudo has a problem with killing people unless it had to happen, and this sort of had to happen. So how it happened, he doesn't give a shit.
So you approach Sparks, Kathleen, yes?
Yep. Sparks?
Yes. And he's like on a data slab, like compiling footage.
That footage is safe to give to him, though.
Of course. Like, as he's compiling, you can see he has like a sub-program that is like, it's basically doing... It's doing like facial tracking for every person in the room, and like it's whizzing through frame by frame, and is probably going by at like a third speed, and every frame is for like a microsecond stopping. All faces are being blurred out, and then it's just doing that again and again and again and again.
Don't forget location. Never mind.
Number
You know better than me.
Yes, I do.
I'm worried. I don't like bringing strangers here.
Well, hopefully this will be the last of it. Has Lockie or anybody else angered any large muscular men or women? I'm not going to judge.
I'm walking through, and Mordo
Not
would
that I
just
can
look a little
remember.
bit pale and walk away again.
Question for the DM.
Sorry?
Quick question for the DM. What's this
Yeah.
detection? What's this explosion detected outside?
I mean, I feel like that would be on Sparks. He'd be pretty on top of making sure that it was seen as nothing more than maybe just a little shake of the earth.
That is a very good point, actually. Hang on just a sec.
And Ava would be, because she's the nurse, would be up there calming the patients.
Actual residents that we have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, at this point, the librarian, seldom seen down here, walks into the garage, sees the crater in the ground, looks over at Catalina with just like fury burning in her eyes, and says, "A word?"
Sparks, pray for me. And she walks off to follow the librarian.
He will like as you're walking off. He says, "By the Father, Son, Holy Ghost,
Wrong God!
may she rest in pieces." Moving on. So you are like escorted out into the hallway by the librarian. She says, "Care to explain why I just had about 500 volumes fall off my shelves?"
I will, I would send the culprit to assist you, but he's currently unconscious. I will come and help you fix it in a minute.
They need re-alphabetizing too.
We'll help you fix this. There was incident with Dr. Charles and very unruly, drugged up gentleman who was absolutely not gentleman, who was demanding fight with Loki. Apparently they're from the same planet, they have a grudge, they fight, and somehow Loki has got his hands on a demo pack. That is...
Run, mother, run.
This was supposed to be clean fight. I tried my best to mitigate everything, to protect everything. I even had everything set up. I did not expect him to set a demo charge in the fucking floor.
Where is this man?
Which one? The one that is pasted on the floor? Or Loki?
Loki.
He's passed out. I will take you to him if you like.
Please.
Yes, I will definitely do that now. Right. Okay, this way.
Mhm.
She knows better than to fight with the angry librarian.
I would imagine. I was going to say this earlier, but
Yeah.
I'll let the scene happen first. You go.
Okay, so you lead him off into the residential quarters. Loki, have you been unconscious this whole time, do you think?
If he did wake up, seeing her come in, he is unconscious.
So like, you probably rolled over being like, oh, I hurt so much, or like, peek an eye open, and then you see that the door slide open, and like, angrily pushing aside Catalina, in walks this elderly librarian, holding like in her grip a very thick, like, encyclopedia, and you just go like, and it's like squeeze your eyes shut and try not to move. She will walk up to you, kind of like examine your body, see where it is that you have been hit. Like, okay. And then she will aim the encyclopedia where you have not been hit.
Oh.
What?
She's
Right in
feeling
the
nice
gentleman
today.
topic. She smacks you in the nuts with a big heavy encyclopedia.
Even Catalina, like, ooh. Recoil.
I imagine at that point I get a ping on my compad. So anyone in the garage just sees Charles like look at his compad real quick and then just rush out of the room.
Do I take a point of system strength from that?
You take a point of damage from that. Also, I'd say at this point, with all this conversation, your tsunami has run out, so please subtract 10 hit points.
Yep.
And then, like, I mean, I assume you react physically to that.
Oh yeah. I don't think. I mean, can I make a
That's
physical
not
effect save to see if he
vomit.
can try and hide it?
Sure, go for it.
Oh.
No, that is a 4. It's just
Okay. So you bolt straight up right, and you're like, "Ugh!" And like she's left the book in your lap, and as you sit bolt upright, she grabs you by the ear and twists and says, "If you ever do anything like that again, I will end you."
Roger. Got it.
And then she just pushes you back down on the bed, grabs the encyclopedia, and leaves.
I imagine I run past her as I'm running to
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of like, the fuck? Running to the room like, what's going on?
Catalina's
I'd
now
be-
beside his bed and just like, are you okay?
I'd be following Charles laughing.
Mm.
But
He's gonna look over at Catalina. He's going, she's much more terrifying than Beza was.
Oh, duh, I agree. Also, if you don't want to be on her bad side, you and I are going, after this, when you are able to walk, help her reorganize her books.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
You don't have a choice, so yeah.
I'm just rolling a joint in the seat next to you, and I pass it over to you and go, that'd probably help with the pain.
He'll pass it back. I'll deal with it.
Really?
also
It's
need to have-
medicinal.
Go.
At this point, he is going to sit here and rest for at least the next couple of days.
Sure.
I will
and
help
I'm
you
going
with
to
the library.
celebrate the whole time.
No, doctor. Unless you can convince the librarian that you are enough, I don't think she will accept your help.
Oh, trust me, it will be fine. He is resting. Doctor's orders.
If you can convince the librarian and come back and tell me that she has said okay, go for it. But until that case, I'm going to presume that as soon as he can walk, we are going up there to help her.
Yes, and he can't walk for the next couple of days.
Are you going to break
Doctor's
his
orders.
legs?
He's
Because she
hits him
will
on the
not
spine and
take it this
paralyzes
way.
him.
That's nice.
Trust
She's the librarian. I'm the doctor in charge of this man's medical condition. He will be resting.
Okay, doctor, if you believe so.
I will go upstairs and help her in a moment. I just need to go collect some things beforehand.
Okay. You walk out of the room through an exhaled cloud of weed smoke, as Mordo probably has got it going himself.
Yeah, he's lit up and he's just sitting in the chair. He's just chilling out now, and he just like looks at Catalina and goes, "You want some?"
Can you not do that in the patient's room, please?
I insist. It's medical. I
Hey.
swear, I had a license at some point.
He's like,
I have a current license, and I'd prefer you didn't.
I think for right now, I need my wits about me. Maybe later.
All right. Yeah.
Or else
Yeah.
the librarian might rip her ear off.
She's very terrified of a lot of things right now going and exploding, like they just did.
Yeah, but Mordo's just going to be trying to show Lockie the particularly cooler outtakes of the fight, which range from the first punch of him getting punched in the face to the exact look on his face before he goes up in a shower of dust.
Which,
So-
Loki, we need to have a chat about this demo pack.
Hmm? No, look how cool it was.
I know nothing.
Yes. Very cool.
Well, I mean, they got the job
Lockie?
done.
He's gonna try and pretend to be
Lockie can't talk right
intoxicated.
Lockie can still feel his ball.
I find it funny if you were like no notes to the weed, and then as soon as you're pressed by Kathleen, you're like, actually.
Catalina is standing over you and making her presence very obvious, and she's just staring, glaring holes into your head and waiting for you to respond.
Dude, you're like starting to kill the vibe here, Catalina.
If you don't like it, you know where the door is.
No. I got to show Lockie all the really cool outtakes.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna
Yes, very cool.
pretend to be unconscious for a few moments and then kind of like open his eyes slightly to see if she's still there. and then
She's
quickly close
staring
them.
directly at you.
And then after a few minutes, he's gonna go, "What do you want to know?"
When did you get this?
At this, Mordo would stand up very slowly and start backing out of the room.
And she just goes, "You sit!"
Not wanting to sell out his supplier. Just be, I acquired it.
That's not a time, Lockie.
It was a little bit back. The one, which you tried to get rid of. I may have kept it.
What do you mean, the one that... The safe house?
That's the one. She
swears profusely at you in Russian.
With the volume rising.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I wasn't planning on using it there, but he needed to be permanently put down.
Lucky, do you know what you put at risk here? How many people if this was not reinforced?
I
There
mean,
are elderly upstairs. And this is a secret base. Those people upstairs, some of them are very sick. We are quiet here. What were you thinking?
to be fair, I did ask if there was a place with less collateral damage.
That was the place with the least amount of collateral. In fact, if we had not have done it in there, you might have blown through the ceiling.
I shaped the charge right.
Lucky. Was there only one?
Yeah, only one.
So you don't have any more?
That's not what I said.
That's why she clarified.
Winds back her leg and then stops.
Lucky.
I have more, but they're not being used. And it's definitely not set up in there.
And how do I know I can trust you? You did not tell any of us beforehand. We could have made plans against it to protect others. That was dangerous.
I know, but that was personal.
I understand. Personal. But
I lost a lot of good friends to that guy.
at that, she kind of like starts to deflate a little. Lucky, promise that you will at least tell us next time, okay?
That's fair.
You don't have a good track record so far with these demo packs. You know that, right?
Also fair.
Would you like some ice?
Yes.
And
Okay.
at that moment, the big guy staggers out of the open door of the bus. He is lighting his own cigarette. He is wearing his bombastic blazer and nothing else, and is just like leaning up against the outside of the bus and is beginning to smoke after having just had his way with Dimitri.
And what are the monks doing? And how are they feeling?
I feel like after seeing one of their brothers just like get pulled into a bus that started like going,
shaking.
they all left. I imagine. I think they all just left.
I feel like the three brothers would have loved that fight.
Oh yeah, like
Cheering on the whole time, like really getting into it.
like as you're on the way to get ice, you can hear those three brothers trying to get a copy of the recording from Sparks.
Actually, I think I'd probably hear the noise, being stoned, immediately hear cheering, and being high, not caring about past transgressions, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's watch it. There's a holo projector down there.
Okay, so as people begin to engage in revels, celebrate, and reminisce about the fight that happened like 5 minutes ago, we're gonna just pull the session there for the evening, because that's a good place to stop for people who had conversations and shenanigans, and it's like 10 past 10. I've got work in the morning, so
That's fair.
Real quick note, so I
Yeah.
don't forget.
mm-hmm.
One of the things I do before I go up to help the librarian is I go back into the garage and I collect a blood sample of Bazza.
Okay.
A slightly scorched blood sample.
Roll me tech medical to find a piece of him intact enough to get blood from.
I don't need to find a piece of him. I just need to find a smear of blood that was splattered across the roof.
Or wherever.
That is a 7 on the dice, plus
Okay.
1 for tech medical, so 8.
You find a small sample.
That's all I need.
It's not enough to be like fully fluid, but it's like you probably find like a piece of his cargo shorts with like a spray of blood kind of like cooked into it from the explosion.
I just need enough of blood sample to be able to use it for metamorphosis if I need to.
Good point.
Disguise!
That's it. You think you have enough with that piece of his shorts?
I'm really
Nice.
starting to get concerned for Dr. Charles.
Me too.
Dimitri gets off the bus wearing the big guy's pants. Nothing else.
Yes.
Let's have to get some of these. These feel quite nice.
They're not the only thing.
I can't decide whether I think I feel nicer in them or... never mind. Let's... you done smoking? We could go again.
Please. Like he like pushes you back into the bus.
Catalina's
I mean-
very glad she's not here for this.
I feel like he pushes you back in, and as soon as you're in, he backs down, like snaps at his bookie, who produces like a bottle of sports drink, and then like as he's getting back into the bus, he's just like chugging it, and then closes the door.
That's fair.
I'm going to send 30,000 off, by the way, Harori.
Okay. Oh, good.
I think I'm the richest out of the group at the moment.
I'm curious to check people's finances, but now we are going to properly
Yes, let's end.
round out the session. We will be back in the future. Annoyingly, I don't know what my shifts are next week. It's not been locked in, so I will have to inform
Double
people
check.
of that when I know. I don't know. It's not been done. But it's fine. I can talk to people tomorrow and say, hey, can I know when my shifts are, please? It's important to plan my life.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So who are we gonna raid?
Excellent point. Who is around?
Polish
Note to the rest
Printed,
is playing
Game
Retro or
Stormers.
something. If Game Stormers is
Note
playing
the
12
rest.
minutes, Wisdom Saves are playing D&D.
Hmm.
Tavern Crawl is playing Stardew Valley. Cypher Puppet is playing Spirit of the North.
Game Stormers are playing 12 minutes.
12 minutes is a fun game, but you get punched in the face a lot by Willem Dafoe cop.
Okay.
That sounds very on theme, as
Eh.
Lucky was just punched in the face this evening. Let's go
It's
12
a
minutes.
game that's based on a 12-minute rerun, and you change things. It's a time loop game.
That sounds really cool.
That's
It's got
cool.
some really good voice actors in it, like Willem Dafoe.
Hmm.
So very, very groovy. It's
That's-
an interesting game.
Yeah. Let's give them some love. Also, if you haven't already, people in the audience, watch the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I haven't
Oh
seen it
my
yet!
God!
No, I haven't seen it yet! I've been
You need to
working
watch
on
it.
assignments non-stop for like the last fucking week.
Take 3 minutes out of your busy schedule and
Okay,
watch
take 3 minutes now and watch it.
Okay, I will do it afterwards.
Yes, but first, Ray. So everybody, we will
that's
be
right.
back
Who
in the
rated
future
Game
in some
Stormers?
capacity. Yes, the Game Stormers.
Alright. Love you all. Mwah! Good night.
Fairly well.
And we will see you hopefully next week.
Yes.